Stop what you're doing. If your SBS broadcast looks blurry on your laptop or desktop, do the following steps. Number 1, click on the wheel icon at the bottom right of your screen. Then click on Quality. Click on the highest quality that's available for you. And number 3, wait for your laptop to load and enjoy the broadcast. If your broadcast looks blurry on your phone or tablet, do the following steps. Number 1, click on the wheel icon located at the top right of your screen. Number 2, click on Advanced. And number 3, click on the highest quality available. If you're still having issues, type in the live chat. Thanks, and enjoy the game.
One second from half court.
Jumping for joy with
first ever.
A 2-on-1. Oh,
did he bring it in? He did.
it is
caught!
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. SBS offers live telecasts on Channel 59.3, YouTube, or Twitch. We include pre- and post-game interviews with the players.
You know, I started in the locker room. All the boys were getting going before the game and stuff, and we kind of found a little click at the beginning of the game, so I think that's what got us going.
We also include digital live statistics, play-by-play commentary, team highlight reels, and even more than that. Go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com or search Sports Broadcast Solutions on YouTube. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
a no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone. Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the postgame show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith. Well, my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense, and Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and a goal! So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics, and we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
This high school gym used to be packed most nights. Not anymore. Do you know why? Because bad behavior by fans, especially adults, has caused a shortage of game officials across the country. You see, without officials, we can't have sports. Don't let this become reality. It's time for a change. Let's bench bad behavior for good.
This is heart. This is pride. This is community. This is high school football.
to it. It's going to be on. It's probably going to be on a mega delay.
Yeah, then probably not. I'll monitor. I can monitor the page though in case there's anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to.
All right, so I got to run national anthem.
Tonight we are honored to have one of Naperville North's own, Megan Ingle, performing for us. Megan is a senior Husky and a standout talent in our performing arts community. This year she is part of the All-State Show Choir and has been selected to lead in the All-State Musical performing the prom this January.
All right.
Oh, I can see that.
Remove your hats and join Megan as she sings our national anthem.
Hold on.
At this point, it would be better for you to tell me what you want.
Something's not going. What the fuck? I don't know where Bob went, but we got to go. How's it going, everybody? Kyle Smith, Bob Vilsaway will be joining us shortly. It's 5:56 p.m., which means it's about some time for some high school football. It's the round of 32, Naperville North in the white and orange, Maine South in the red and white. Naperville North led by their quarterback, the Ball State commit in Jacob Bell. He's been fun to watch. He had 600 passing yards through 2 games to start the year. It's a team that's 7-2 coming in. They're good on both offensive and defensive sides of the ball. Donovan Howard scored his first TD in a playoff-eligible game. They beat Nequa Valley. Jacob Bell, of course, leading the way for Naperville North. For Maine South, if they're going to win tonight, it's because of Constantine Coins, the quarterback for the Maine South Hawks. It's a colder night at Naperville North. Winner advances to the round of 16. Loser go home. Single elimination, winner take all. As Naperville North soon will be going through the Naperville North helmet. The blow up. You got to get it. So to find it, you got to scroll up. Make sense? Click on it or double click, or you can press that.
Right tackle, number 57, Jack Inger. At wide receiver, number 7, Ian McConaughey. At wide receiver, number 1, Nick Manzardo. At slot receiver, number 1, Ross Cataway. At tight end, number 81,
Chris Whiter. Better, good, good.
At running back, number 13, Rashawn Blake. And at quarterback, number 2, Jacob Bell.
You don't have to keep blinding it. You don't have to blind it. Yeah. Only blind it when you start feeling comfortable. You know how to. Great song. If this doesn't pump you up for high school football, nothing will. Maine South in the white and red. Naperville North in the white, orange, and blue. Wouldn't that be something if it were Naperville North against Naperville Central in the state championship game? That could happen as North is 7-2 entering this one. And the Naperville Central team is 8-1. Guy to look out for Naperville North, Quinn Morris. He's the transfer from Plainfield East. So here we go, Naperville North kicking off to Maine South.
Let's make some noise and get this game going.
Printed anywhere.
Maine South will return it as Naperville North kicking off. Long kick, it's going to go into the end zone. And the Maine South team, led by Constantine Coins, will have the ball at their own 20-yard line.
Red Ops will take over at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
Waiting on a Maine South roster. We tried to get him at the admissions office, but they didn't have one.
I went to the athletic director. They didn't have one. That Max Preps up here.
Shotgun formation for Maine South. Coins dropped off in the flat, 1st and 10 and more. And a Maine South team that has a worser record than Naperville North, but it's always a deadly team, Parter. They've won the CSL South 39 times.
Maine South is a good football team. And they like getting those yards in chunks, so it's a 1st down.
Shotgun formation, they're going to split the wide receivers. Handoff out to the left side, gets to the edge, gets out of bounds. 2nd and 5 coming up for Maine South.
And another chunky yards. So 2nd and short, that's what you want to do. Keep it on the ground, pick up 2 yards, 3 yards, whatever you got to do on this down, and then pick it up on 3rd down. Keep the chains moving, keep the ball in your hands, keep that clock running. Probably a lower score game. We're not going to see 49-0 like some of the 1st round games we have been seeing. Should be a fun game.
They mark it actually 2nd and 4 at the 41. Coins, the lefty, high throw, and it's completed near the 45.
Yeah, that's going to be a 1st down. We kind of comment in high school, right? When you get close to the 1st down marker, you get the 1st down. But here, that was clearly over the 1st down marker. We're sitting here right at the 40-yard line.
So it's an easy view for us. We don't have the Bob Uecker seats this time. And a very full crowd here. It's a big, big stadium.
This could be a special year for Naperville North, but first things first, got to get the ball back. Try to avoid giving up any points. Could we see a scenario where both Naperville schools, he was offside? And I don't like the early call because it was a free play for Maine South. I think they blew it too early.
Well, yeah, that's what happens, right? It's 5 yards, first down. So again, if you keep it on the ground, it's easier to pick up. You got 3 ground plays to do it. But Maine South does have a passing offense, so.
Jackson Williams got called for the offside, and he's back to the sideline. 1st and 5 at midfield. Coins, good snap. Pitch and catch, and that was a lightning bolt throw. Completed past the 45.
And it needed to be a lightning bolt, right? He got hit right away when that ball got there. And had that ball been any slower, well, a little slower would have been incomplete. A lot slower would have been 6 points on the board for Naperville North.
You don't see a lot of lefty quarterbacks anymore, Bob, but when you do, usually they're really good, like Tua Tagovailoa.
Well, Tua is very good, that's for certain. That's a nice comparison, nice favorable comparison.
You don't see a lot of them, but when you think of the lefties, you think of Steve Young and Mark Brunell. They could sling it.
Well, I don't know. I think of Tebow also.
Yeah. But 4 out of 5, that's a pretty good sample size of lefty quarterbacks. Clean pocket for Coins, wide open. Soft coverage, and it leads to a bunch of yards for Maine South.
That slant across the middle, again, the left-handed throw across the middle. Now, it does take a little bit of time because you have to adjust your offense because some of your plays to the strong side are actually to the left now instead of to the right. But that was right down the middle, and that was a bullet. So there's some arm strength there, that's for certain.
Maine South driving, Coins. Be a loss of 3 for Maine South.
Well, and that's what Naperville North needs. They need to stop them short, make it 2nd or 3rd and long, and then have one of those incomplete passes land or step in front of one of those passes and go the other way. Naperville North, obviously a very, very strong team. Not sure, they're kind of feeling themselves out with Maine South to figure out, what Maine South really does have. They can watch all the video in the world. Got to see it live.
Coins still with it, and he's able to throw it across the middle to get some of that yardage back.
Avoided the tackle, made a nice spin move. That's what I'm talking about. You can see that on video all day long until you have him in his grasp and he runs out from away from you. You don't know what you're dealing with necessarily. Anyway, good pass. So it halved the gain on 3rd down, so it's 3rd and about 5. Looks like another offsides. They're going to get it. A nice little cadence by the quarterback gets the offside.
See what they call it on this time. They don't have the... But what number? The official didn't give us a number. But, okay, third and 5 becomes 1st and 10. Not only is it a long drive for Maine South, but... It's a long, sustaining drive for Maine South. And it's... The less that Jacob Bell is on the field, the better off Maine South will be. See if North can keep him out of the end zone. In the red zone now, 1st and goal at the 10. Coins, option play with space to the left. Dives for the end zone. Touchdown run. It was nothing until it wasn't. Maine South went right down the field. If that continues, it's going to be a long night for Naperville North.
Well, we know Maine South is a good team, so it may not be exactly surprising for the Maine South fans especially, but that was the right read. If a quarterback doesn't make that lateral, the quarterback is on the ground, flat on his back, made the right read, and of course the end had no choice but to take the quarterback, right? And the pass, the lateral goes outside and runs in for the touchdown. Kind of an easy score on this drive. So there was a lot of chunk plays. Naperville North, though, is going to be able to adjust. I mean, we're not expecting a real high-scoring game for both teams.
Good snap. The hold is there. The kick, that'd be good from 55 yards. That was a beauty. 19-yard PAT is good. We're going to take a break. It's 7-0 Hawks here on SBS and NFHS Network. No. Mute. Mute. Bob. Kickoff coming up. Naperville North will get the ball first time of the game.
Well, we'll see if they can take it downfield the same way Maine South took it down the field.
This one's a long kick. It's going to go to the end zone. And automatic touchbacks at the high school level. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 20 for the Huskies.
I like that. If you have the kicker that can get it into the end zone, right now there's not a whole lot of breeze. In fact, if anything, there's a little bit of wind in his face on that kick. It went into the end zone, only comes out to the 20, so you don't risk an 80-yard or 102-yard, 98-yard, whatever it is, kickoff return. The ball comes out to the 20, and you're going to have to earn all 80 yards some other way. Some of the teams are kicking short, of course, then they can control the return to one side or to the other, and they pretty well guarantee no kickoff return, at least on the touchdown.
That completion from Bell, like he's done all year long, and he's gonna have to provide a lot of offense for them tonight, especially if Naperville North struggles to stop the pass like they did on that first drive. Second and 7 for the Huskies at their own 23. Quick pass out to the left, gets to the sideline, and a good pitch and catch delivered to Brock Petaway.
What I really like was the receiver blocking on that play. Pushed the defender on his back, spun him around in such a way so the pass catcher could go around the block and downfield. Playing with no huddle here.
Jacob Bell with it, rolling outside the pocket. And he'll just throw it out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a coverage play. There was no separation between the receivers and the defensive backs. Again, Maine South's defense stifling on that play. So that was a first down play, so we still got 2nd and 10 to go. So no real harm done. Wise just to throw it away. The receivers for Naperville North did come back to the quarterback. So if that play happens again and they see that happening, they can come back toward the quarterback, and that's how you're supposed to do it.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 at their own 35. Handoff off the middle. Maine South, they have all kinds of answers for North right now. A little bit of a hole, and then Maine South on the pursuit to avoid getting to the second level.
Oh, so said well. Yeah, just stopped them on a dime at 5-yard gain, right? So it's 3rd and 5 or 6. Now, you got to make this first down here. If you don't, you really are probably going to have to punt down by a score. So this is a big play, the first of many big plays that we're going to see this game, I'm figuring.
Handoff up the middle. Short gain, I think you got to go for it. The way that Maine South's offense looked on that first drive, I don't want to give them the ball unless it's a 7-7 tie.
Well, I would never panic this early, and it does look like they're going for it. I would not be going for it. I would punt it. But this is a big play. Now maybe they're going to try to draw them offside, but this is a huge play, even bigger than the one right before it.
4th and 2 for Bell in this offense.
Doesn't look like it's going to get hiked.
It's a Maine South team. They've won a couple of state titles. And a pooch punt.
Yeah, and nobody back to get it. Good call by Naperville North there.
Well, you have confidence in your defense, right? They didn't look good on the opening drive, but they're one of the reasons you got here to have this home game.
Well said. I mean, that was a data point of one drive, right? Yes, they did great on that, probably scripted drive, the first drive of the game. We'll see if they can do that another time in a row. And of course, you can stop a drive with a sack, with a penalty, fumble. There's all kinds of ways to get the ball back. It's just one drive, but boy, Naperville North did not look good against that first Maine South drive. But a lot of game to go. You don't want to give the other team the ball at midfield by not making it on the fourth down in, let's say, 3 or 4 yards. And Naperville North has, their own stifling defense.
You know, what's interesting is the Maine South team did not start the season off well defensively. They gave up over 200 yards to a backup running back. Not a good showing of your defense, but they have recovered and they've regrouped well.
Yeah, sometimes those backup running backs end up being starting running backs soon. And that's also a mark of a good coach that can take and make adjustments.
Pitch play to the left, this time snuffed out well by the Huskies.
What I like, though, is going right back to that play. That was very similar to the pitch left play that they made down at the end zone for a touchdown. This time it only went for, appears to be not much gain at all. Now, they went left on that, leaving the field wide to the right. So, a good play call here might be make that same pitch call to the right, but there's not even a running back. There's 5 receivers out.
It is 7-0 in favor of Maine South, not Naperville North.
That was a one-hopper to the shortstop, couldn't pick it up cleanly, and it'll be third down. And that's what Naperville North needs. They need to stop here. So it's 3rd and 10, 3rd and long. If I'm Maine South here, what I would try to do is put a slant, something over the middle where the receiver catches it in motion, where he can then drag the tackler through to the first down marker. I would not have a comeback route to the quarterback if he can do it. Right now, the coverage appears soft, especially if it does go over the middle of the right side.
Clean pocket for Purcell. Open man, a little high. It was through the fingertips. Intended target was Joey Naughton.
I'm sorry, that was a perfect throw right through his hands.
It's a tad bit high, but yeah, he probably should have had it.
Yeah, it should have had it strong, right? But, how much better of a throw do you want? It's right there.
Technically, you would like chest low. Anything above chest, anything above shoulders, it's a little high. Remember, the safety's gonna hit you as you catch it. 4th and 10, ball at their own 24. Not a great snap. Almost blocked. That's the problem, partner. When it's bad snaps, everything's out of rhythm.
It sure is. But a good roll here.
Just everything's going Maine South's way. Even when they screw up on the play, they still get a nice roll past the 40-yard line.
Well, and that being said, sometimes when everything doesn't go your way and you're looking at a game early in the first quarter-ish, right, early enough in the first quarter-ish, you're only down to score and you have the football. You do have confidence in your offense. So, this is not a bad spot necessarily for Naperville North.
All the way down at the 37-yard line.
That backup running back for Lincoln Way East had 203 yards against Maine East. They have really recovered since then. Flea flicker.
Wide open.
Down the field. Completed. Past the 30. Past the 20. Eyes the goal line. Touchdown, Huskies. That'll ignite the offense, won't it, Bob?
It sure will, but boy, you can see that developing. The receiver was wide open on the left side even before the pass back left occurred. So it was an easy completion, maybe a little bit more downfield. It would have been a nice straight into the end zone. But once he caught it and cut back to the right, he also picked up a blocker. Easy score. One play, one touchdown. Remember we were talking about, they're only down to score with the ball 60 yards away. Well, they got that all back in one play.
Tyler Dewell will attempt the PAT. Bad snap. The hold is there. The kick straight through the uprights. 7-7. We'll stick with the action. When you see the flea flicker, how do you not bite on it on a safety? Because you see a wide receiver running a route kind of, but they're also blocking. How do you make sure to not bite on the flea flicker like that?
Yeah, there's two answers to that. If it's a man-to-man defense, often you're trailing your guy anyway. You're not even sure if the flea flicker part is happening, so you stay with your receiver. Now, if it's a zone, that gets a little tougher because you're peering into the quarterback, and it's kind of hard to tell if the pass is going back or going forward. That pass to me was obviously going backward. When you see that, that's like a big red flag that says stay deep behind those receivers going downfield. And then if you're a cornerback or a safety, light up your eyes because those are the kind that you can intercept because it's not a quarterback throwing the ball. And oftentimes a halfback, they'll throw the ball, 10 yards short and you can pick it off.
Right. Usually on a flea flicker at the high school level, it's usually a pitch play and then a pass.
Well, or in this case, pass back left.
Right.
And
So
then,
but
yeah.
that's what. Yeah, you bring up a good point.
Yeah.
Well, it's an automatic pass backwards to the tailback. Stay deep if you're a safety.
Well, if you see it happening, because the reason you play zone is so you can peer in on the quarterback, figure out which way his helmet turns, his eyes are going, then you know what way do you need to break. But if you see that pitch going back and you're, on the zone defense, get back, right? Keep the play in front of you. But if you're in man-to-man defense, oftentimes you're not even seeing that part. You're just staying with your receiver.
It's been a fun one thus far. Maine South, led by Purcell, went right down the field. This one will be returned from the 1-yard line past the 10. Here come the Hawks. Past the 25 and then tackled from behind.
I like that cutback. Instead of going out of bounds at about 27, 28, cut back and got tackled at the 30. And then with a chance, if that tackle doesn't get made, there's a bunch of more yards to be had. But here we are. Penalty on the play. But here we are, 7-7, one-score game halfway through the first quarter. It's just what we thought would be a nice, close, fun game tonight.
Holding on the return team.
That'll back him up. It's kind of what Naperville North needed, right? You got the score tied. That was your first objective. Now you give up the football on the kickoff, right? Next objective is to hold them back, make it so they got a long way to go, and the ball at the 15-yard line, that qualifies as a long way to go.
You'd like to see more completions from Bell. I'm sure he has all the confidence in the world. He's going to Ball State next year, but the score is tied on a trick play, not because of your quarterback. I don't know if that factors into it at all, but
well, it's going to open the field for him up the rest of the game. That's for certain. So that was a good time for that.
Handoff. This time North adjusts, and they get him right at the point of attack.
And now Naperville North is shaking off those cobwebs. That was a nice tackle. 2nd and long now for Maine South. So Maine South did get yards in chunks. I like that they're on the right side of the field here, so if they wanted to throw left and try to turn the corner, there's more real estate on that side. Left-handed quarterback, so they want to be on the right hash for the left-handed quarterback.
Jamison Purcell, he's just a sophomore partner. Constantine Coynes was the starter, and now they go to the younger guy. Purcell, he'll run with it. The lefty over the middle, and it's complete.
And you can certainly see why he's playing. Perfect pinpoint pass. I know this is high school, and there's that NFL window, right? But that was a small window, and he put it right in there. And he's rolling out to the left, throwing just a little bit back across the middle. Not an easy throw to make, and on the run. I mean, they've got a good one there. I can see why they're using them.
1st and 10 at their own 34. Purcell with time. Purcell completed. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, boy, he's going to remember that in the morning.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to say that, maybe the first one wasn't a drop.
That
one was a drop. And I think when you're starting to say that one wasn't a drop, maybe they were both drops. That's a pretty accurate throw.
We talked about chest low. That was definitely chest low.
Right, but now I'm starting to think that first one, we're going to go back into the stats and change that first one to a drop, not an overthrow.
Right. I get a little bit hesitant when it's a high throw. Remember, the safety's going to hit you as you catch it.
Yeah,
that's why you want
arm.
it chest low.
Right. Alligator arms and the receiver. Now 4 receivers to the right.
See if they go to the one-on-one coverage on the left. Nope, they're going to pitch it out. Oh, one-handed catch! Blockers in front, still on his feet. Spinorama and a beauty. Oh, my goodness, what an athletic move.
And another chunk of yards, 11 yards, moves the chains. Maine South has its own, I don't want to call that a gimmicky play, but has its own offensive playbook here.
Michael DeLumo with the fabulous catch. He got hurt on the play, unfortunately. That was not a great throw. That's why DeLumo had to one-hand it. He did a beautiful job doing it.
Yeah, saying Purcell didn't make a perfect throw is, not going to happen a lot, I bet.
When you take over a senior's job, that was in the Chicago Tribune, by the way.
That's a gutsy move by the coach.
Over the middle, what a beautiful throw. Purcell again.
And again, a small window.
Completed to Naughton, the senior receiver. Fearless, this quarterback.
Well, and maybe he hasn't played in enough games to see where that fear can hurt. If there's some small windows he's throwing into successfully, the ball gets deflected and then intercepted. You're talking about a big game here, but what a future he has. And again, what a call by the coach. There's a lot of people that, feel invested in Coyne, was it? Right now it's Purcell.
1st and 10 at the North 29.
It's going to be something on offense.
They cheated.
Well, if you can't stop them with tackles, you just...
Encroachment on the Huskies.
Got the yardage. I actually thought it was an offensive, like somebody moved
Yeah,
kind of a
usually
play.
when they call it right away. And I wish that these refs would let these encroachments happen because Maine South has a free play. But the problem is once it's a neutral zone infraction and they're unabated to the quarterback, then you have to blow it dead.
Right, and there's judgment in that. You try to take judgment as much out of the ref's hands as you can to a point.
Oh, nice deflection. If he hadn't deflected that partner, that would have gone a long way the other way.
Right, like about 4 inches lower on that pass, and that is exactly what would have happened. And that's that fear that can settle in. Now the question is going to be how will Purcell, react now. Okay, so he's had his first, pretty close call. And they are not making any kind of a running attack here. It's 5 receivers. So the pocket is going to collapse quick, so he's got to make fast throws somewhere. So he's got to make quick reads. It's not really a formation that allows you to say, okay, nobody's open to my left, let me look in the middle. Now nobody's open in the middle, let me throw it deep right or something.
5 wide receivers, nobody's going to help him block. Bad pass, almost picked off.
There we go again. I like what he did, though. He faked it left to the back in the flat, but you know what? That back was so open in the flat. Don't go to your second read. Obviously, that was intentionally a fake. So his first read was the throw he made. But, man, check down to that receiver on the side. Nobody was anywhere near him. That'll come with maturity.
His star running back is hurt, so he can't go to DeLumo. He's going to the backup running back now.
Well, 3rd and 5, another big play.
Only need 5 yards. If you get 3 or less, you might go for it. Pump fake, held the safety, and they get the first down.
He had to fight to get it.
Joey Naughton and Jameson Purcell. This is a heck of a connection right now for the Hawks.
I like this quarterback. I don't see any panic. I don't see happy feet. He's got good footwork. Releases the ball quick, on time, and with some mustard. He's a sophomore?
Yeah.
I think Maine South is going to be at the top of the standings next couple of years. That's what I'm thinking.
They're the away team, by the way, so this was obviously an in-season decision to go with Purcell. Hand off to the backup running back. That's one thing North is doing well. How are they able to get penetration on their last couple of plays?
Well, that's right. You only got 5 blockers, right? And then the running back. And then 4 receivers on the outside. So you don't have a lot of upfront blocking. So right now, all the passes have been passes, right? So if you're the defense, you're pinning your ears back. And I think they thought that they were going to have a pass there. It turned out to be a run blitz, same gap that the runner was going into. So real nice stop on that play. 2nd and 11. 5 receiver set again.
The way Purcell is slinging it, you could run it again, but they're going to do a 5 wide receiver set.
Well,
1 in motion, comes back for the ball beautifully, but they're going to say he dropped it.
yeah, not my first choice for a pass there. Those long passes to the side don't get as many yards. Coming back to the pass, you have to break your tackle to get any kind of yards on that. And I feel like if you throw it over the middle, you find that you're good at throwing into small windows, right? You get a lot of yards for, you only have to throw it 10 yards to get 10 yards.
3rd and 11, ball at the Husky 16. Are you surprised by all these 5 wide receiver sets, nobody in the backfield to block?
I did not expect this at all. Yes, absolutely surprised.
They trust in their offensive line. Purcell with time over the middle, completed. Couple of yards short of the first down. Will they kick the field goal or go for it?
I'm saying go for it, but it's tough. We haven't seen a good running game here, so it's almost like on 4th down, even though it's a couple of yards, they got to pass it. And what we also haven't seen is the quarterback rolling out and taking off with it. So I would definitely put the pressure on the defense, but I wouldn't be at all surprised if Naperville North scopes this out and snuffs it, and I would certainly be rushing up the middle with everything I got.
4th and 1, ball at the Husky 6.
Take away the slant on defense.
Another 5 wide receiver set on 4th and 1.
Right.
Time for Purcell. Here comes the pressure to the end zone. Touchdown pass. What a throw.
There was no panic in this quarterback. It looked like there was a guy in his face, so faked it. He jumps up, ran around him, wide open receiver, perfect pass. It'd be easy to panic and throw it in the dirt into the stands, but no, what did he do? He threw it right in the breadbasket. Touchdown.
Mason Patras, touchdown Hawks.
A quarterback like this can change the whole complexion of a team. Whatever you thought you were, this quarterback's terrific, and you are a little bit better than what you were, it appears.
The other thing is, I don't know if it factors into it a lot, but he's a lefty So it's a different look for these defenses that he's facing.
Well, you wonder, what video Naperville North was watching as well. I mean, they had to watch two different quarterbacks.
That kick right through the, they're going to say missed it.
Wow.
Wide right. We're going to take a break. It's 13-7 in favor of the Hawks here on SBS/NFHS Network. Kickoff coming up, 13-7. They missed the PAT. I thought they made it, and the officials talked about it and said that he missed it.
Yeah, it was from our angle. It looked good, but it's from our angle.
13-7 in favor of the Maine South Hawks. 6-3 record, partner. They have struggled defensively at times. See if Jacob Bell and North can answer.
I like these kickoffs into the end zone, though. Make the other team go 80 yards. Now you have a 6-point lead, but it is a 6-point lead. One score, view it that way. And then they have to go 80 yards by putting the ball into the end zone, and then they get it at the 20. I'm not a fan of those squib kicks and short kicks, and I got to believe every high school should be able to find somebody that can put the ball into the end zone.
Well, partner, it's a North team. They lost last year in the first round at Glenbard West, 23-8. Is that bad taste still in their mouths as they're trailing 13-7? Quick pass out to Bell's left. Look at that spinorama, still on his feet. Great job by Quinn Morris, the transfer from Plainfield East.
I feel like it's a great play, don't get me wrong, but I feel like he held the ball relatively carelessly. If the block comes in or Peanut Tillman happens to be on the field, that ball comes out. But first down.
How much will that missed PAT hurt Maine South?
Well, so far, I mean, it's an early thing, right? But Tony Romo will be on the air and say, that missed PAT never comes back and haunts you.
Remember, it happened late in the game during that playoff game against Seattle.
Yeah, they always come back and haunt you.
Running play is still on his feet.
Another chunk.
Deshaun White with a nice carry for Naperville North.
Now, dare I say, I think the hitting is getting heavier as the game is getting more interesting and later, and with Maine South with the lead. So Naperville North came to play, and they don't like being behind, and they're showing it. This is how you win games.
Bell, the handoff. And actually, one of his linemen was down on the ground, so he tripped over him.
Yep, they got the first down. That's the part that matters. And we do see some laundry.
Flag on the play. It'll be holding against the Huskies.
That's going to hurt. 10 yards against a good defense. Now, if Naperville North can find a rhythm, whether it's through the air or on the ground or mixing it up, whatever, 10-yard penalties don't hurt you so bad in stopping these drives.
Second and 11, ball at the 34. Went from a first down conversion to losing 9 yards.
Just pretend it was an incomplete pass on first down.
Another quick pass. Morris, tough to bring down. Gets near the first down. Where are they going to spot it?
That's what you teach. You teach your players to go diving after that ball carrier, right? But in that case, you got to turn him in from the outside. You cannot let him get around you on the outside, and that's what happened. So a little bit of containment rather than missing the tackle would have been probably the better thing to do. Gave up the first down.
Another quick pass to Morris. Oh, this time Maine South not fooled. And a beautiful tackle on the play for the Hawks. It was delivered by a member in their secondary in Charlie Romano.
That was a good tackle. He almost broke that tackle, but held on for dear life. So
Quinn
it's a
Morris,
1 yard
he,
gain. So probably end the period here. Quarter.
Quinn Morris is not a shrimpy guy. He's 6 even. How about this? They got an offensive lineman, does the Huskies, 6'7", Jake Kedziora.
6'7" is one thing. We saw a 400-pound lineman earlier today. Unbelievable.
For Geneva or Edmundson?
Oh boy, I think it was for Amundsen. Sorry.
We'll take a quick break. You're watching the Hawks against the Huskies here on SBS.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. SBS offers live telecasts on channel 59.3, YouTube, or Twitch. We include pre- and post-game interviews with the players.
You know, it started in the locker room. All the boys were getting going before the game and stuff, and we kind of found a little click at the beginning of the game, so I think that's what got us going.
We also include digital live statistics, play-by-play commentary, team highlight reels, and even more than that. Go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com or search Sports Broadcast Solutions on YouTube. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcast. Kyle Smith alongside Bob Vilsoe as the Naperville North Huskies in the second quarter, 2nd and 9 at their own 45. Jacob Bell, his favorite target, has been Quinn Morris tonight. The only touchdown that the Huskies scored was off a trick play.
Yeah, I don't think I'd make too much out of the fact that it was a trick play, but so far it is their only touchdown.
Up the middle, it's just not working right now. It's 3 yards and nothing else.
Well, yeah, Maine South has a stingy defense on top of a super stud quarterback emerging here.
Smith on the tackle, 3rd and medium coming up for the Huskies. What do you want to?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What do you want to do here? A comeback route to Morris?
I want to throw over the middle, and no, I want to slant. I want to be able to catch the ball and pick up some yardage. But it looks like the middle is kind of clogged, so maybe, and the coverage appears softer on the outside. Go to the left side if you can.
One in motion for the Huskies. And that one's completed near the chains. Are they going to mark forward progress past it?
Yeah, the comeback route, right, short middle. And that's what I was saying earlier, right? The ball only has to travel, 5 or 6 yards in the air to be a 5 or 6 yard gain. Well, plus the quarterback drop back, I know, another couple of yards, but if you start throwing to the edges and your receivers are not going downfield, it's hard to turn the corner, break the tackle, and get those first downs. But when you do break that tackle, there's a long way to go.
In
this case, you wanted to move the chains.
You are stopping the big plays from Jacob Bell. It's 5 yards at a time for him or less. Bell, pump fake. Looking deep, now he'll run with it. Bell, still on his feet. Near the 40, and then a huge hit near the Maine South sideline.
That was a nice tackle to hold Bell to about 5 or 6 yard gain. You have to look, number 11 was roaming the field, downfield, wide open on that play.
So Fortis with the tackle, and Naperville North's Brock Petaway, who had a catch earlier, was over the middle. See if there's another flag on the play.
Well, they have to air out their laundry.
2nd and 4 at the Hawks 40. Clean pocket for Bell. Now he'll roll to his right. And it's somehow completed to the 10-yard line on his back foot, Bob. And an excellent catch that was made by Chico Thomas.
A little bit of offensive interference never hurt anybody. Push that defender out of the way and go jump up and beat him to the ball. I liked that there was no call, don't get me wrong, but absolutely there was some physicality going on that reception. And I'm a little surprised that ball got down the field that far. It's a great throw by Bell, off balance, essentially jumping backward. Great pass. It's like one of those 50-50s, and you battled it out and won.
Bell with time in the pocket. Tons of time. Now he'll roll to the right. Looks to the end zone, and he'll just throw it away.
No receiver anywhere close to that.
He did have time to run. If he had gone through his progressions a little bit quicker, he could have run for 5 more yards for a more manageable second down.
Yeah, right. Sometimes it's probably better not to get tackled and you come back completely healthy to the huddle, maybe.
Well, he had time to maybe get 5 yards and go out of bounds, or maybe a quarterback slide.
But I think at the end of the day, if he didn't run it right, it was a safe just throw it away, get it out of bounds, go back and live another day. Now, I do, from an offensive perspective, the right-handed quarterback, I'd like to see the hash be on the left side here. So a run left would be what I would call here, or off tackle to the left, pitch left, something.
With time, to the end zone. Did he have a foot down, and he dropped it anyways?
I was surprised how long the ball was in the air for that long ball into the far corner. But there again, you're throwing the ball 30 yards in the air to gain, 5 or 6 yards.
I talked about Jacob Bell taking those 5 yards that the defense gave. It would be 3rd and 5 instead of 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and that is a big difference. Although, the question is, are they thinking, field goal on 4th down, then they cut it to a 3-point game? Yeah, maybe. Or are they thinking, this is like, video football. You got to go for it.
I think you got to put some points on the board, give your defense some confidence, because they are not able to stop Purcell right now. I think 13-7 versus 13-10 is just such a difference.
Well, I think what I'm going to do if I'm Naperville North is try to come up with a couple of confusing defenses to the young quarterback Purcell and see if I can't coax an interception out of something.
He almost threw one. He had a batted ball, and then he threw over the middle. That was almost picked off.
Right, so if you disguise your zone and it's indeed man or the other way around or something, or you spy the play or count 3 seconds and jump the route, that is something.
3rd and 10 for Bell and the Huskies. See if they go to their money-making wide receiver in Morris.
Another jump ball in the corner.
You don't have to do that. You could try to get 5 or 8 yards and go for it on 4th.
I think if I was going to pass left, though, I would have liked to, again, slant off the left side or through the middle or whatever to get the ball over to the other hash so it could be a rollout, a better rollout to the right instead of to the left. Rolling to the left is more difficult.
One in motion for North. Bell with time. Bell will run with it. Past the 10, pump fake, hesitation, and got to the 5.
Took a couple guys, but it was a good tackle and stopped him cold. So decision time. Now, Naperville North, I'm saying go for it. Go for the 7.
That's why Bell ran for it. He knew if he wasn't going to get the first, gives his offense more of a chance.
Well, he's a load. He's big and strong, and I can see how he's thinking, stop me if you can.
Only need 4 yards, or you score a touchdown.
All of this has been from the right hash.
One in motion. That was Petaway. Looks for Petaway. Not a great pass. And even if it was completed, it would have been a yard short anyways.
That wasn't a great spot to have a drive die. The only good thing about it is Maine South has the ball deep in their own territory, but you're still down by a score, and they've got the ball.
Right. If it was 4th and 5 or longer, they probably would have kicked the field goal. I think 4th and 4, it's manageable enough. You're so close to the end zone. You score, you get the PAT, you're on top 14-13. I understand the play call there.
Yeah, I think the series of calls irked me a little bit. I think I would have done something to move the ball to the other hash, then let the quarterback run to the right and make that kind of a play instead of run to the left. Then he would have a better option to throw or run right. As it happens, it's incomplete.
Yeah, well, if the ball's on the right side, you roll to the left. It's easier for you to see because if you're not setting your feet, you roll to the left.
Well, rolling to the right is always easier to see if you're right-handed.
Time for Purcell. He's got an open man, but he was late on the throw. It was almost picked.
That's what Naperville North has to hang their hat on a little bit. They're going to need to make some adjustments. It didn't look like there were very many receivers. It was kind of a max protect out of your own end zone, only 2 receivers in the pattern. One of them was over the middle and was double covered, and that ball could have been intercepted. Didn't have the usual zip on it that we've seen. It's, again, a small window, and I think that's what Naperville North has to kind of try to close that window somehow even tighter than get a pick. 5 receivers at your own goal line.
It's a little jet sweep. Husky snuff it out. He just barely got out of his own end zone.
Sure did. So it's going to be 3rd, and you're at the 1-yard line, your own one. 3rd and long.
You love to see it, though, Bob. Damala was on that carry, so he is back in the game. But go north and south with it. You go east and west, you're just begging to give up a safety.
Right, and of course, at defenses, when the other team has the ball in their own end zone, your eyes light up, and you've pushed forward.
Well, 3rd and 12.
Yeah, it's an adrenaline rush for defenders. When the other team's in the end zone, you want that 2 points. Now, what am I thinking? Again, more, it's 5 receivers. Well, 4 receivers and
they
one
have
back.
Yeah, now it's 4.
Yeah,
one
throw
in the
it
backfield.
Deep left. See if you can win the one-on-one.
You must have a lot of confidence in your offensive line. This isn't even a max protect, no tight ends. Clean pockets. He's open. First down. My goodness, this quarterback is good. Ice in his veins, Bob.
Yeah, that's well put. Now with 4 receivers in the pattern, they did keep the one back for a little bit of extra protection, but there's still 4 receivers out there. He was open. He picked the right receiver and then rifled it in there.
What a play call by this coaching staff for the Hawks. 3rd and 12. That you would think you just do a draw play. No, they're going for it and they get a first down with plenty to spare.
Same 5 receiver set. Now that slant didn't really go anywhere over the middle, 4 yards.
Right,
of course, isn't it something we're saying? You get a slant call on first down for 4 yards. A lot of teams will take a 4-yard gain on first down.
Right, but the chunk yards they're getting tonight, they're kind of frustrated by that. Good luck to this North defense because they have plenty of time to throw with this offensive line.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. It's only 5 of them. Of course, they've probably had a lot of practice in this offensive set.
They don't like to do a lot of single backs. They go 5 wide receivers. Fakes the handoff. Here's Purcell. And able to get him, but did he get forward progress past the chains? He did.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised they let him keep it. So maybe that's a facet of the game we haven't seen yet. We don't know it, but obviously is there. I'm also thinking if I'm Naperville North, the pocket has been clean a lot, I guess you'd say. So I'm thinking maybe it's time to rush a 5th guy or put 5 on the line and rush a random 4 of the 5, maybe to confuse Purcell. So far, he hasn't been confused at all.
Clean pocket. Purcell again, open in the flat. Delamulo. Everything's working right now.
I'm going to make a bet that Purcell is pretty good at math. He analyzes the playbook, memorizes it, knows where he's going with the ball before the snap. In general, he's definitely got the reads down in order. Very analytical quarterback. You'd say cerebral.
He's outplaying Jacob Bell right now.
The coach is probably beaming from ear to ear with a smile in this offense right now.
Another clean pocket. Purcell able to get out of it. Looks downfield. Yeah, partner, if you're going to make that kind of throw, you gotta have your feet planted. Rolling to the right like that, the lefty quarterback didn't have enough ump on that throw, and it was batted away.
Exactly right. And he's going to the right. He's left-handed quarterback, and he did throw a lot of zip on it, but that window closed quickly, and that's what Naperville North has to somehow goad him into, those kinds of throws, and they can step in front and make the catch. But there was a chance to make that catch, and the catch was not made, unfortunately.
So 3rd and 1.
Let's see if they do any kind of a run here. They haven't been running at all. Of course, I think I'd leave the ball in Purcell's hand as well.
Purcell,
right.
He's got time. Drop-off pass, wide open. He got a blocker, so he got 5 more yards. Tackle out of bounds. He was clearly out. I'm surprised they didn't call a flag for unsportsmanlike.
Oh, I'm glad they don't.
He was out of bounds, though.
So far, fortunately, too, it's been a very, very clean game. And I think if you're a referee, that takes into account. If the game is real chippy, then you throw a flag on something like that. But this has not been a chippy game. It is a hard-hitting game, and it certainly is getting harder hitting, but not chippy.
Purcell, another first down. This drive started at the 4-yard line. Again, DeLumo. Out of bounds to the running back, to the wide receiver, to the tight end. Rinse, lather, repeat. They're going right down the field again.
Yeah, I think when you see 4 receivers on either side now, the defense is going to have to say, okay, which one is the running back and shoot that gap. But you are going to get blocked to try to get to that running back. Of course, you can block like a yard or 2 from the line of scrimmage, and it's not pass interference. But I think you're going to see this more in football in general at every level, those running back screens behind 3 wide receivers that block the poor unsuspecting cornerbacks.
1st and 10 at the 21 with under 6 minutes to go. handoff, up the middle. Got a lot of yards again, and an injury timeout.
Now, there's, 5.5 minutes to go in the first half here. Okay, they're up by a score. If they get another score, it's, obviously 2 scores, right? I can do math. And not much time left to go in the half for Naperville North to get the ball back and score their own touchdowns. So you want to score here, but you don't want to score right away.
You don't have to get a touchdown. A field goal still gives you a 2-possession lead. But the touchdown would really boost the morale of this Maine South team to the point of now we really have a chance of beating this Naperville North team.
Yeah, I don't think they're lacking any morale here would be my guess, but that ball just got moved back 10 yards, or was it 15 yards it looks like?
10-yard holding call.
Yeah, it got quite a ways to go though. I mean, I was confident they were going to score a touchdown, and obviously a long first down now.
1st and 20. Purcell with time again. Over the middle. Inside the 5. Look, Purcell is completing these passes. He's been fabulous. Let's give credit to this offensive line. I could complete some of these passes with all the time that Purcell has.
I'm just wondering how many D1 offers he's going to get after this game alone.
What do you run here if you're on defense for Naperville North? You got to do whatever you can to keep him out of the end zone.
I'm surprised they're not blitzing. You got to get the ball out of this guy's hands quickly, and you can't blitz just anybody. You got to make sure you contain him from the sides, blitz up the middle. You got to get this guy to lose the ball out of his hand quickly and then jump the route.
Maybe if he gets a couple of hits, he won't be as confident. It's the other thing that the blitz can do. Well, Purcell will keep it. Can't break off this tackle. Excellent pursuit by the Huskies.
That was excellent pursuit. When you were saying maybe if you get a couple of hits, he takes off and runs. He's like, I dare you to hit me. But that was a nice run. Now, what that also accomplished for them with the left-handed quarterback is it left the left side of the field wide open. So a roll to the left with a speedy Purcell and then a throw across the middle, perhaps. There's a good spot to score here, just 4 yards away. Clock ticking.
So it'll be 2nd and goal at the 4. A lot of clock that has gone off that Jumbotron. Purcell with time. Again, pitch and catch, touchdown pass. And it was completed to the Hawks wideout, Mason Patras. 2nd touchdown reception of the night. Man, that one hurts if you're a North fan.
What a great catch that was, wasn't it? Threw it high, and you run the risk of it comes through his hands or gets tipped. You get that tip drill against you, but that was a great catch. A couple yards deep in the end zone, came back toward the quarterback, made sure the defender couldn't knock it out of his arms. Great pitch and catch there.
You surprised they're not going for 2 or just take the PAT here?
Yeah, you have something. Of course, I'm that coach that wants to go for 2 every time, so yes, I'm surprised, but a lot of coaches are conservative. Take the point. I feel like you're always leaving a point on the field at the 2.5-yard line.
Good snap. The hold is there. The kick. This time it's good.
I think that boot's still in the air and still hasn't hit the concession stand. That was a great PAT.
The parking lot isn't that far away from the field goal post.
It was closer to your car than mine. You might have a dent in your car.
If Robbie Gold kicks that, it might be a dent in the car. We'll take a quick break. It is 20-7 in favor of Maine South. Kickoff, and it's going to be returned at the 1-yard line. Naperville North will return it to the 20, and then Maine South there to greet them, and it wasn't a friendly greeting.
I couldn't help resist, right? So there's a fan over there, and she screams, right, why do we go up the middle? And, of course, got tackled right there at the 20. When I was young and I watched football, why do they keep running up the middle? They just do 1 or 2 yards, but every time they run wide or throw a pass, they gain all these yards. Why do teams run up the middle, right?
You gotta do things where the defense is always second-guessing you. Even if it doesn't work, you try it 2 more times or 3 more times. Eventually it's going to work, right? Up the middle. That's why you go up the middle, first and 10.
I like this where we are with the fans. Oftentimes we're in the press box, right? And you don't hear some of the fan comments. This is a very, very big crowd for this playoff game. Two very popular teams. Oh, an injury on the field. This is a great stadium, though. It's a high school stadium, right? It's not like one of the college stadiums where there's a lot of seating, but there's a lot of seating for this high school. And, of course, they got the visitors side as well. We don't have stands on either end. A very nice concession booth over there, and if you go into the press box, it's first class.
You hate to see it, Bob. We're going to take an injury timeout. You're watching the Huskies against the Hawks here on NFHS Network.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children.
First and 10 at their own 32. We hope Rashawn Blake can come back into the game. Handoff up the middle. They still have time, partner. They got all 3 timeouts, plus clock stops briefly on a first down.
And about 3.5 minutes to go. They're no huddle here. So
handoff up the middle.
So that's that run up the middle and keep the defense honest kind of stuff. Then the play action pass can go outside and you hope to break it. But right now running up the middle with a running clock doesn't seem like the right strategy to use here.
3rd and 4 at their own 38. Obviously you want the touchdown, but any kind of points would boost the morale of this Husky team.
And it appears the place kicker's got some range. So getting 3 is better than nothing.
Handoff off the right side into the second level. They give it to the fullback, and the fullback rewards his quarterback with a huge gain. They handed it off to William Elo, and now the Huskies are rolling.
What a scary run. There was some speed there. It looked like he could break through there, perhaps. Didn't. It was a good tackle, kind of a rough tackle, I mean, on the cement underneath this turf. But what a great run. Now they're, 31 yards away and 2.5 minutes to go?
Yeah, you don't want to give Purcell the ball back too quickly.
Yeah, you feel like he can score in a hurry. But again, being a sophomore, he's got not a whole lot of experience in, 2-minute offenses.
Well, he ran 2-minute offenses, Pop Warner, and freshman football. Bell throws it downfield, one-on-one in the end zone.
They got it.
Touchdown pass. Completed to Quinn Morris. Man, did the Husky faithful need that.
I had no idea they were going to be able to score a touchdown on that drive with this, 2.5 minutes to go. But it took, a couple runs up the middle that didn't gain a whole lot.
Man, sometimes an injury just ignites your offense. Their leader in Rashawn Blake goes down, and Jacob Bell put it on himself to put 6 on the Jumbotron.
What a great drive to get right before halftime as well. They're going to go into halftime and
Good
say, well,
snap,
we
the
can
hold, the kick.
We can keep doing what we're doing, and we can win this game still. Now they're down by a score.
Good. We'll take a break. It's 20-14 Hawks here on the NFHS Network.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
20-14. Naperville North down by 6 again, but what can Purcell do on the 2-minute drive?
Exactly the same as what just happened.
On the kick return, past the 20, and a good tackle at the ankles.
Well, same thing. He's got enough timeouts. He's got 75 yards. He's got a good arm.
Delivered by Pickett on the tackle. 1st and 10 coming up for Purcell.
You also got to be careful for an interception. Again, somebody with not so much experience. He's a sophomore. A few more reps in the gym, he can throw it further downfield. So you don't want to underthrow something and have it get picked off. You're up by a score. You don't want to do anything to jeopardize that. I thought they were going to be up 2 scores at this point.
Right, you don't want to be overly aggressive, but you know that Jacob Bell can go right down the field like he just did, so you can't be conservative either.
Yeah, I think if you're Maine South, keeping the lead is just paramount importance here. 5 receivers.
False start.
See, that's not going to help.
What can you do if you're Naperville North? Try to get some pressure. You talked about the blitz, but if you don't want to blitz, how can you get pressure with your front 4?
Well, stunting is, one thing, but you got to be careful because if you leave a gap, Purcell can run through that gap. But, stunting, you can, the 2 guards stunt, the tackle and the guard stunt. That's how you can, get artificial pressure without blitzing. But I'm thinking at this point in time, 3 down linemen might be enough, and then you leave a spy behind it. An extra defensive back somewhere might not hurt.
1st and 15, Purcell with time, over the middle again. Naughton. That catch was 2 yards away from the line of scrimmage, and then he got 5 yards after catch.
And about 5 hits on the way for that 5-yard gain.
Got
All right,
plenty of time if you're Maine South. Both teams each have 3 timeouts, respectively.
Purcell has to get rid of the ball quickly with this 5-receiver offense.
5 wide receiver set, another clean pocket down the middle. Would have been picked, but he fell down.
Could have been, right.
Trying to get it to Constantine Coins. We talked about him being the starting quarterback coming into the season. Now he's lined up at wide receiver.
If I were the quarterback, I would make sure I aim for Coins a lot to make sure he stays receiver.
3rd and 4, advantage Maine South the way this game's been going. Rolls outside the pocket. Purcell able to get away from that tackler. Purcell again, completed. Still on his feet, past midfield. And then
wisely fell down.
Are you kidding me, Bob? It looks like he's going to get sacked, and then they get a completion over 20 yards?
Right, but what a great run after catch again. We complain about that with the professional quarterbacks. They check down, they get all these yards because yards after catch is an important stat.
Ice in his veins. He is not fazed at all by the pressure, fazed at all at the moment. The sophomore quarterback has a bright future for Maine South.
And he's quick and a really strong arm.
Timeout Maine South. We will stick with the action at NFHSnetwork.com. If you missed any of the action, just hit the rewind button. You can rewatch all the touchdowns. Every touchdown was exciting.
Oh, yeah, it's not like 1-yard plunges here, not today.
We got a Hail Mary off a flea flicker. Actually, he came back from the ball because it was underthrown.
Yeah, I thought you were going to go on about the Washington game. No, that wasn't a Hail Mary. That was just a flea flicker, right? That's how it's supposed to be done. And what I liked on the flea flicker, though, once the receiver caught the ball, he turned right, and then there was nobody there and picked up a block. It was just excellent running, just like we saw here from Maine South. There was a completion. It was only a couple yards forward, yet it was a run after catch, and he followed his blockers. These are two very well-coached teams with some very, very talented players on the field. What a great game in this first round of the playoffs. But we did know it was going to be a close game, and we knew it wasn't going to be a 49-0 rout either direction.
Coaching staff for Naperville North enraged on the sideline.
That explains why he's all alone by himself.
1st and 10. Naperville North led by head coach Sean Drendel. Chris Arthur is the defensive coordinator. Clean pocket, once again completed. At this point, partner, I think you blitz, and if you get beat on a blitz, so be it. The front four is just not working tonight.
Well, it's problematic because he goes back and he does make the quick throws. I mean, you can't even count 2.5 seconds. You know, in the pros, you know, you put a little stopwatch on these quarterbacks, and they're releasing the ball somewhere between 2.5 to 3 seconds. And that's what's going on here. There's not time to put pressure on him. He's doing just a great job. Yeah. Now, maybe if you cover the receivers man-to-man, like right now, this is relatively soft coverage. That might be a good thing to change at halftime. Go to man-to-man.
Purcell, draw play, up the middle. Delamo still on his feet. Delamo inside the 20.
Another weapon.
Well, we were wondering why Naperville North went for the touchdown instead of kicking the field goal. This is why they just cannot stop Maine South.
But I don't know if anybody expected Maine South to be this electric on offense, though.
And this is a 7-2 Naperville North team. North is the higher seed.
Yeah.
They're going right down the field doing whatever they want to them at will.
Well, that's exactly what's happening here, right? But I mean, I don't think anybody expected Maine South to be quite so electric on offense.
Timeout Huskies, that'll be their first timeout called of the first half. So the Huskies and the Hawks both have called a timeout. What do you want to do here if you're Maine South? 1st and 10 at the 16. You don't have to worry about the clock anymore because there's only 52 seconds left.
Well, I think you keep the ball in the air if that's what you're asking. And you can throw the ball over the middle. You've got, was it one timeout left? No, two. Looks like 2 timeouts left. Throw the ball over the middle if you can, if you have to. But I would make the passes short. I would not be throwing it deep into the corners. I would try to make the pass short over the middle. I might roll him out, but, you know, no runs for sure. And if you do have a back in there, I suppose you could probably pitch one way or other, but the defense that Naperville North has, it's got 4 down linemen, so if you start pitching wide, I think the end can still string it out and you're not going to gain yards. So I'd keep it in the quarterback's arms. I might keep a running back in there, 1 extra blocker, so to give him an extra half a second, as much as he's making really fantastic quick decisions on who to throw to.
1st and 10 at the Huskies 16.
You see there they have the back in there. I don't think he'll go out. I think he'll be there for a little extra blocking.
Purcell with time again. Purcell on the flat. This time to Naughton, near the 10.
Does a good pass, out of bounds, stop the clock, moves forward a little bit.
At this rate, Purcell might have as many complete touchdown passes as he has incompletions.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Wouldn't that be something? Oh, no. Holding, not that.
Well, that's why he had time to throw, because the offensive line did a boo-boo.
Those cheaters.
Well, you have to be a cheater this time of the year because it's pumpkin season.
Oh, no.
Cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater.
I think we're in trouble.
1st and 20 at the Husky 26.
Long way to go for 1st down now. That changes things.
Just don't throw a pick. Take the 3 if you can get it.
Yes, take the 3 if you can get it.
Purcell with time, tons of time, to the flat. This time, good tackle in the open field.
Got to have to call time.
And timeout called by Maine South.
Yeah, the check down pass took away your timeout. Now you got 1 left, just 1 left. You might need it to line up for that field goal.
Aiden Pabarja calls timeout. We'll take a 30-second break. It is 20-14 Hawks here on NFHS Network.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
Second and 18, ball at the 24. Jacob Bell will not have enough time if Maine South scores here to do anything on offense. But for North, got to find a way to keep this ball out of the end zone. You'd love to not give up any points.
Well, they might. If these aren't completed, it is a long field goal kick. This will be the last time out.
Another completion. Patras with 2 touchdown receptions. Big catch there. 3rd and somewhat manageable. And it was snapped, but wasn't a false start.
Had to be false start.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's one way to stop the clock. So 3rd and about 15, 26 seconds to go.
That was a break for North because Maine South was starting to go into their routes, and the cornerbacks for North were not ready for it. If that ball gets snapped and the quarterback isn't ready for it, as long as the quarterback doesn't move before the snap, that's a clean snap. We've seen that in the NFL a couple of times where the center accidentally snapped it. 3rd and 15, you're just thinking a manageable gain here to help out your kicker.
Yeah, I feel like these passes need to go into the end zone, but he's wisely not throwing a jump ball.
Time for Purcell. He'll roll outside the pocket to the sideline.
That's going to be an amazing catch if he got it.
Touchdown pass! And an injury against the Naperville North Huskies. Oh boy. Nothing's going right for North in this first half.
I think the way they're screaming for the trainers, this isn't pretty, but what a great catch. We were just talking about it. Go for the end zone and try not to throw a jump ball, and that's exactly what he did. He went for the end zone, and it was a jump ball, and his player came down with it.
Boy, oh boy.
But you can do that when you have a rocket ship arm like this. You know, you can see where the defender is, and when you have a fast arm, right, the defender isn't going to move much from where he was when you threw it. But when you start trying to lead your receivers too much and you put too much air under the ball, the defenders can get to that. But that was just a fantastic catch.
Able to get up on his own accord.
Yeah, probably the wind knocked out of him, fortunately, not like a real injury. Of course, it's easy to say from up here.
Yeah, we don't know.
He's feeling it there. We don't know. Yeah.
Did you like that play call? It was danger, danger. It could have been intercepted, but they went with a 50-50 ball, and Maine South won it, and they got 6 points instead of 3.
Yeah, I do like that they went in the end zone. I'm not a fan of the jump ball, if we wanted to call it that, like not necessarily a 50-50, but he did go for the end zone. I also liked what he did with the rush. That was that outside containment, right? The 4 pass rushers came up the middle, and he was able to get to the outside, kind of like he could have run for some yardage as well, but instead he's keeping his eyes downfield, and he felt like there was enough separation on the receiver and could zing it in there, and he did. He's going to be rewarded with 6 points now, probably 7, unless, yeah, they're just going for 1.
We still got another half to play, partner, but North has to make adjustments, and they got to consider just doing all-out blitzes and seeing if Purcell can beat that.
Well, or like I said, put 5 down linemen and blitz, and just a random 4, because the offensive line is doing a tremendous job.
Clean snap, the hold's there, the kick.
I mean, we're singing the praises of this quarterback over and over, but the offensive line there's no sacks. There's 4 people coming in, so you can only double cover one of them. They've done an outstanding job, and when somebody does get through, Purcell's smart enough to run around it and quick enough. It's really a good plan. Not too many teams are able to run offenses with 5 receivers consistently like this.
I mean, they haven't touched Purcell.
Well, except that one time he ran that way. Yeah, you're right.
Just they get pressure on him. He rolls to the right. They get pressure to him. He rolls to the left. He's not even touched. It becomes a 30-yard completion.
Yeah, he's got some really good vision downfield as well, and a strong arm. I mean, the coach is smiling from ear to ear. He's saying, "Oh God, thank somebody. I made the right decision with this quarterback." And in all probability, Coyne's a good quarterback too. But I do like the way that he was one of the receivers, so he didn't lose his job. He's just got a different job.
Right. I mean, there are some guys that are very athletic, but they're not great quarterbacks, like Cordell Stewart. Very athletic quarterback play was suspect.
Yeah, yeah. When you start comparing the high school players to pros, it's tough to do.
Anthony Richardson, great athlete, the quarterback position, yet to be determined.
Yeah. So are we saying we should put Justin Fields at wide receiver? Is that what we're saying?
I mean, he's very athletic. Can't return it because it's in the end zone. That's the rule. If you don't if you don't like it, talk to your congressman.
Or vote. You got a couple days to do that. Right?
Tomorrow, November 4th, right?
Tomorrow? What day is today?
November 3rd is tomorrow. The November 4th
Voting
is
day
Monday.
Is Tuesday.
November 5th.
I don't even know what day that is.
It is the 5th. See, if you don't like it, you can vote for the IHSA board members and change the rule of the touchbacks. Probably going to take a knee here.
Yep. Well, let's see. Let's see what they do.
Or that.
Which is like a knee. So both teams have to go to the halftime Naperville North is going to have to make some adjustments to figure out how to stop this quarterback, and then Maine South has to have some kind of plan. If they do start blitzing, they have to be able to have a receiver, a hot receiver somewhere to make sure that he can throw quickly too. But you start blitzing this guy and he throws to a couple hot receivers, there's not going to be a lot of defense downfield to stop him. That could get in some long yards.
You got to do it at least a couple of times. Maybe if you knock him down to the turf, even if he completes the pass, if he gets knocked down to the turf, will that get into his head a little bit? We saw the Monday night game with Sam Darnold where he was mic'd up and he said, "I'm seeing ghosts." You want to try to have Purcell start seeing ghosts. How do you do that? Get into his head a little bit, knock him to the turf on blitzes. Even if he completes the pass, at least he gets hit.
That's one way to do it. I'd like to see mixed coverages. Maybe man-to-man on this side, zone on that side, or fake a zone and go man. Something that would confuse him. He is a young quarterback, but he's not going to be young for long. And this guy's going to be. He's got a great career ahead of him. And if I'm a college and you see this game, I'm talking to him already. If you can.
We'll take a break. It's 27-14 Hawks here on SBS/NFHS Network.
1 second from half court.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
This high school gym used to be packed most nights. Not anymore. Do you know why? Because bad behavior by fans, especially adults, has caused a shortage of game officials across the country. You see, without officials, we can't have sports. Don't let this become reality. It's time for a change. Let's bench bad behavior for good.
This is heart. This is pride. This is community. This is high school football.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate. One second from half court.
Jumping for joy with
First ever.
A 2-on-1. bring it in? He did!
It is
Caught!
This high school gym used to be packed most nights. Not anymore. Do you know why? Because bad behavior by fans, especially adults, has caused a shortage of game officials across the country. You see, without officials, we can't have sports. Don't let this become reality. It's time for a change. Let's bench bad behavior for good.
This is heart. This is pride. This is community. This is high school football.
Stop what you're doing. If your SBS broadcast looks blurry on your laptop or desktop, do the following steps. Number 1, click on the wheel icon at the bottom right of your screen. Then click on Quality. Click on the highest quality that's available for you. And number 3, wait for your laptop to load and enjoy the broadcast. If your broadcast looks blurry on your phone or tablet, do the following steps. Number 1, click on the wheel icon located at the top right of your screen. Number 2, click on Advanced. And number 3, click on the highest quality available. If you're still having issues, type in the live chat. Thanks, and enjoy the game.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. SBS offers live telecasts on channel 59.3, YouTube, or Twitch. We include pre- and post-game interviews with the players.
You know, I started in the locker room. All the boys were getting going before the game and stuff, and we kind of found a little click at the beginning of the game, so I think that's what got us going.
We also include digital live statistics, play-by-play commentary, team highlight reels, and even more than that. Go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com or search Sports Broadcast Solutions on YouTube. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today. High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
This is heart. This is pride. This is community. This is high school football.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
This is heart. This is pride. This is community. This is high school football.
One second from half court.
Jumping for joy with
first ever.
A 2-on-1. Oh!
Did he bring it in? He did!
It is
Caught!
Hello, everybody, and good evening. I'm Kyle Smith alongside Bob Ilsaway at 7:30 p.m., which means the second half is about to start. 27-14 lead for the Hawks. As the Hawks, led by their sophomore quarterback in Jamison Purcell, he was fabulous in that first half, Bob. By the way, he's still got 2 more years of high school eligibility after this postseason ends.
I'm hearing from some fan that came up, he's already turning down college offers. I mean, he's a known commodity, and the coach knew it and everything, but he is absolutely the story of the game here today. So I'm most interested, and I'm always about this, right? What adjustments is Naperville North going to make on defense? Okay, so they're running this 5-receiver set almost exclusively. Sometimes they hold it back in for an extra blocker. So if you're the defense, what do? Do you go 3 down linemen and 8 in the secondary to try to stop them or slow them down that way? Or do you really try to blitz them quick? You know, put 5 down linemen and they'll hope that one of your guys can beat them or stunt and maybe get through. He's awful quick. Now, or do you just really Katie bar the door and put 6 down linemen? You got 6 down linemen against 5 blockers. Somebody's always going to get through. But then he picks that hot receiver and he gets it right, and then you only have 5 defenders, 2 on one side, 3 on the other. That could be a recipe for a touchdown real quick also. So it's going to be interesting to see what Naperville North does as an adjustment to try to stop this. And whatever they do, they're still down by 13 points. They're still down by 2 scores. So if they get the ball out of Maine South's hands and they don't score anymore, you still got to find a way to score more yourself. Right now, there's only 2 touchdowns.
13-point lead for the Maine South Hawks as Jamison Purcell with 4 touchdown passes.
So let's see. Here we go, 33 attempts, 24 completions, 312 yards.
Oh, my
312
goodness.
yards in the first half. His long was 26 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and you could probably guess what the rating is, 132.4. What a fabulous game he's got going.
Meanwhile, for Naperville North, Jacob Bell, the completion percentage was there, Bob, 9 of 12. But just 107 yards, not nearly as explosive as this Maine South team. That's a 3-1 ratio in terms of passing yards from Maine South's end to Naperville North.
But 312 first yard. I remember thinking to myself, Cousins had 500 yards for Atlanta recently, and this is on pace to get 600 yards. I mean, this is like phenomenal. How do you get 312 passing yards in the first half against Naperville North?
Against a team that the Chicago Sun-Times, before the playoffs started, they said they were going to go all the way to the quarterfinals. This is a good Naperville North team.
Yeah.
And he's making mincemeat of them.
Well, we knew that Maine South was good as well. They're a known commodity as well, but they're showing it today. And I really like this quarterback move, change that they made. And I also like that they put Coyne in the receiver core to catch the ball too. I'm just not a real fan of you're the starting quarterback, and then all of a sudden, some phenom comes along and you're on the bench. So he's still playing too. So I really like that. This Maine South coach, he is a very, very, very good coach. Now, this penalty is starting the kickoff from the 25-yard line. I don't remember what the penalty was, but clearly a penalty.
Conduct.
That would do it, wouldn't it?
Could it be an onside kick? You see that sometimes in high school football, but no, I think they trust in their defense.
Yeah, not here at the 25-yard line. The flag comes out.
It's not a bad penalty because he was kicking from the 25 anyways. It would have been hard to get that deep. But, I mean, you don't really want the Huskies to be at the 35, but you're kicking from the 25-yard line. You were behind the hole to start off the kick.
Yeah, odds are good. It's going to be a better return than the 35-yard line. Maybe that was a wise move. It looks like it's going to get kicked again.
They're going to opt to re-kick.
Yep.
I'm surprised by that. I would just
take the ball off the 35. Right. I like it. Re-kick. You kick it out of bounds on us, we're going to make you re-kick. I like that. It's the gamesmanship going back and forth between the coaches. Of course, the players have to execute that gamesmanship, and they're doing that. Can't help but say it's just 2 well-coached teams. This game is a pleasure to watch. Some of these 49-0 blowouts, they happen, right, because they're first round of the playoffs, but this is anything but that. Two really good teams going after each other.
You think that Chris Arthurs is going to tell his defense to blitz more, but we'll see when they're back on defense.
That's exactly right. That's why I was saying at half, right? I'm dying to see what the adjustments are that Naperville North is going to make. And worse than that, if I'm the Naperville North coach, I'm not sure what adjustments I would make. I mean, he's really up against it. This 312 yards in the first half. How do you stop a quarterback that's doing that to your team?
Didn't even start the year as the quarterback. Going to return it at the 11. Gets to the 30, and it turned out to be a bad call. They lost 5 yards.
Yeah, but worth the risk. You know, I think back to my whole entire life. I don't know that I've ever seen a quarterback throw 312 yards and a half. I mean, maybe, Brady once in the second half against somebody sometime, but I mean, this is just a special night.
That's what that makes that Norm Van Brockland 540-yard performance so incredible. Nobody's gotten even close to it. That happened all the way back in the 50s.
Yeah, and here we go. What a high school quarterback we got going. And, like you said, he's a sophomore, great future. All right, Naperville North with the ball.
Little quick pass to the left, and they get 5 more yards, and now a first down.
See, Naperville North is a good team. That was kind of a late hit. I hope no flag comes out of it, but they got the first down on the first play. They're going to make some adjustments also. They're going to need to make some adjustments on offense. We keep talking about Purcell, but Naperville North is also good. That short pass out to the left netted 10 yards, a couple more than 10 yards.
You talk about how many passing yards he had. They had 346 total yards in that first half. So all of it was through the air.
Almost, yeah.
It wasn't like their running backs were breaking off tackles or anything.
Well, they were in those 5 receiver sets the whole time.
Handoff up the middle.
Yeah, Naperville North, 7 yards.
Give Sean Drendel credit. He's not going away from his game plan. He's not panicking. They're down 2 scores. You score a touchdown to make it a 6-point deficit. It's up to the defense to make some plays.
Exactly right. You don't want to pull the goal, and offense really may not need that many changes, although the one touchdown they did get was the flea flicker, so the offense hasn't been exactly the most efficient. But the changes have to be made on defense, and that's the story of the game. It's Purcell versus Naperville North defense, what will happen.
Rolling outside the pocket is Bell. Completed. And
another large chunk of yards. Now, I like that route, going deep and then came back to the quarterback beyond the first down marker. That gets tough to defend as a cornerback, especially if you don't have safety help over the top. You just have to let that pass land in front of you, get caught in front of you. You cannot let him get behind you, especially with a 2-score lead.
Gabriel Hill, he's their leading all-time sacks guy. He's been pretty much shut down by this Maine South offensive line. This time, Naperville North with 5 wide receivers set. They completed, except they didn't because he dropped it.
Except they didn't.
My goodness gracious, what do we have to put super glue on some of these wide receivers' gloves?
No, I think Maine South used up all the super glue.
I guess they used some voodoo magic and put their hands out, and that's what led to the incompletion.
No, I'm just saying the receivers for Purcell used up all the super glue, and there's none left for the Naperville North receivers.
They made adjustments. We saw those 2 early drops by the Hawks.
Yeah. Well, we called them drops, didn't we?
One was definitely a drop. It was right in his hands
yeah.
at chest level.
Yeah.
Bell with a clean pocket. This time it's completed. The other thing, too, partner, the pursuit by the Hawks is just a little bit better than Naperville North today.
Well, that first tackle, it was a bump, not a tackle. When you bump somebody like that, you got to wrap them up. You got to hit them and wrap them. You can't just hit them.
Right. I'm just saying the pursuit is better than the Huskies right now. Even if they're not finishing the tackle, the linebackers, safeties, and cornerbacks are there to finish it.
Well, I think both defenses are good, but this Purcell guy is just ripping it up.
One in motion for Naperville North. That was Petaway. And
another
that time,
drop.
Petaway in motion dropped it. Down 2 scores. I think you go for it, but we'll see.
Well, absolutely you go for it. And also you're thinking to yourself, on the same set of downs, there were 2 drops. We're still only 4 yards from a first down. I would absolutely go for it. I mean, the receivers are open. We're finding the open receiver. There's nothing wrong here. I mean, it's a little chillier now than it was earlier. Maybe the football is a little bit harder than it was earlier. Of course, we don't have Deflategate here.
4th and 4 at the 36 of Maine South. Jacob Bell, he draws him offside.
I like that. If you're going to get knocked over from the other team, make sure you land, hit your head on the ground a little bit. Make it obvious. That's a good way to get a first down.
Desperately needed that.
They did, and that was a big play, big first down. We have a string of those big plays this game, and that was one of them.
Jacob Bell just needs 200 more yards to match Purcell's day. First and 10 at the 31. He's got a man open to the end zone. Chico Thomas, incomplete. Wait.
He did not catch that?
It is complete, okay, because the hand went up like he might not have caught it.
So he's right. So he's down, not a touchdown. I thought he caught it. Well, run it in here, and you're down by 1 score on the first drive.
They go under center to the end zone. No signal yet.
I don't think they're going to call it. Second
Did
down.
the ball come out?
Wouldn't that be something?
That's the problem, partner, when you don't run it under center all season long. You don't do it a lot in practice. Fumbled snaps can happen. It's not just Doug Kramer who can fumble the ball. Second and goal at the 1. They try it again. To the end zone.
I think you got it that time.
Touchdown! Jacob Bell does it himself after the completion.
And now that single extra point that was missed is looming larger than ever. Earlier in the game in the first quarter when you miss an extra point, you're like, well, it could come back and haunt you, but it might not. Well, you're only up by 6. And you're going to have to keep moving the football. You're not going to stop them on defense every time. You're going to have to keep scoring yourself.
Chico Thomas with the 30-yard completion, then Jacob Bell finished it with a 1-yard touchdown run. Good snap. The hold is there, the kick. Straight through the uprights. 27-21. We'll take a break here on the NFHS Network. They went down the field, partner, but the offense hasn't been the problem for Naperville North. It's been their defense.
Well, exactly right. I think we were looking at the stats. You have it now in your hand, right? 170 yards total in the first half. That's not shabby either. Of course, 63 of them were on that flea flicker pass.
We'll see if they just blitz Purcell nonstop in the second half.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. I would like to mix the defense up. I think he's young yet. You can still confuse him perhaps, although he's played with a lot of poise for a young quarterback. But
I mean, everything's working for him. His last touchdown pass was on 3rd and 15.
Yeah, and he throws a laser.
Everything's working. 50-50 ball over the middle, down the seam.
Yeah, and if you're Maine South, another trick is, don't change what is working. Like, don't suddenly change to a running game here. Let Purcell win it, or not.
Right. I mean, you still want to establish the run if you can, but
I like starting out with the back there, just in case they do decide to blitz. There's some help.
Clean pocket again. Rinse, lather, repeat. It's deja vu all over again.
Got to make those tackles, though, too. If you're going to let somebody catch the ball in front of you, you got to wrap them up and tackle them. Don't let them have more yards after catch.
Completed a Marquez.
So what was it, 312 yards plus about 15 more?
327.
327 plus about 15 more. Unbelievable.
Oh, no, you said 312 plus 15 would be 327. Math is hard, right? I was told there would be no math today going into this broadcast. Handoff. Short yardage. The rush defense has been there for Naperville North. Now they got to work on the pass defense.
Well, yeah, and the linebackers for Naperville North, the two outside ones, saw the play and read the play because they moved up right away when they smelled out that there was going to be a run. Actually, terrific defense on Naperville North to shut that run down. I don't think Maine South is going to be able to run too much today.
2nd and 10 at their own 43. Purcell, clean pocket again. Purcell, open man, completion. 1st and 10 for the Hawks. It's like a video game tonight. Incredible.
Well, the receivers went deep, cleared out the safeties, and then there was a delayed release by the receiver, kind of a semi-slant across the middle, again, wide open, nice pitch and catch. And the pocket, he had all day in that pocket. 4 rushers, and there was still a blocker. They had nobody to block.
How about this partner, Joey Nunn, 8 catches for 125 yards in that first half. Complete.
Yeah, don't go backwards. But again, a very, very quick release and very good job by the offensive line.
He didn't do good enough for the perfect rating. He didn't get the 148.3. Those darn incompletions stopped him from a perfect QBR.
Yeah, there were, 9 incompletions. What was it, 24 for 33?
Clean pocket for Purcell. All the time in the world. He'll just run with it. Beats you in so many ways, throwing the ball, running the ball.
Well, he sped past the defender on that, and he has the presence of mind. A lot like, you see Justin Fields do this or some of the pro quarterbacks. You're going out of bounds. Well, you hold your hand with the football forward, and you gain another yard, 2 or 3 feet, whatever, when you go out of bounds. And, of course, if you're close to a first down marker, that can make the difference. He had some speed.
I'm going to go on IHSA.org after the game and see all these all-time great passing games. This Purcell game might end up being one of the all-time great performances.
Well, it's got to be one of the all-time greats. The question is it the best ever? Of course, we've got this half to go.
Open. Completed. Delamo still on his feet near the 10.
Just slipped on his own. But I'm amazed how well, it's going to sound funny to say it. He's supposed to do this, but how well he knows the playbook. So he knows exactly where that pass needs to go. He looks away somewhere else and then makes the pass to what's been just absolutely wide open receivers.
Second time that Delamo has been shaken up. If you're the coaching staff for Maine South, do you just tell him your day's done?
No, not in the, not in this game. Get up and keep playing. But I think he slipped on. I don't think it's slick turf, but he slipped again.
Well, he's slow to get back up. Purcell, handoff to the left side. Inside the 5.
He might be in. No, not
just
quite.
Short.
That was some excellent blocking out front with the wide receiver. Allowed for some dipsing and dancing and almost made it in by falling over backwards. So about, quarter inch away from the touchdown here.
Nico Kokosiolis. Say that a million times in a row. But it's going to come back. It's holding against the Hawks.
Maybe that wide receiver that did all the good blocking held somebody? They just want to make it tougher on Purcell. They want to see another 10-yard pass.
He couldn't do it again, right? Another 3rd and 15 to the end zone?
Well, that was the thing. Last time it happened, it was after a holding call as well.
Yeah, they had 1st and 20, then it became 3rd and 15, and he did it.
So you got the marker still first and the goal.
Yeah, 1st and goal at the 20. Purcell with time, screen pass this time. Blockers in front, inside the 10, touchdown pass.
And that's what we were talking about, right? Okay, the defense did blitz, right? And, of course, the offensive line had the right play call, right? Let them go through. And Purcell, again, knows who his first option was. The hot receiver went out to the left, and that's the problem. When you blitz and you have a quarterback that can hit the right receiver on a hot read, there's nobody left to tackle him, and that's what happened. So 20-yard gain on first down. I don't know. I mean, this Naperville North, like I said, I don't know what to adjust. They haven't been able to adjust. This Purcell guy is something else. And it's not just him. The coach is making some great play calls.
If you're Naperville North, if you score on your next offensive possession, do you just do an onside kick to try to get the lead back?
No, I'm going to hope that my defense can somehow fool them. Somehow.
Snap is good. The kick, that would be good by 55 yards. What a kick.
Yeah, it's going to hit the concession stand again and then bounce once and then hit your car and then another time and hit my car.
Kick was good by Jackson Butterfield. We're going to take a break. It is 34-21 Hawks here on NFHS Network. 34-21. Naperville North doing a good job stopping the run, not so much the pass.
Well, that's one way to go. You want to turn the team into something that's one-dimensional, and they are turning them into a one-dimensional passing offense, but that's like looking the devil in the face, right?
I mean, we're going to do more postseason games as this postseason continues. This might be the best quarterback in Class 8A, at least what he's showing tonight.
Oh, he tried to catch it while he was still in the green part of the field. I like it. So if you reach back and catch it before the ball gets in the end zone and your feet are not in the end zone, you can run it back. And if that doesn't happen, well.
Remember, though, once you touch it, that's a live ball. So, you know, if you're starting to fall down as you catch it, that ball's placed at the 1 yard line. Your head coach isn't too happy with you.
Yeah, you don't want to hit their shoulder pads and bounce forward, right? All right, well, Naperville North has to keep scoring to hang into this game and hope for some kind of an accident to pick something to happen to get the ball back. You need to score, then you need to get the ball back and score again. If you get both extra points, you got the lead.
Stopped at the point of attack.
But a swarming defense from Maine South, you almost feel like they can feel it. Like they've got a little pep in their step because they have a quarterback that can score every time they get the ball.
It was William Elo who got stopped right at the point of attack, 2nd and 10. The way that this pass defense is ineffective against Purcell, the 3 points is not going to help the Huskies. They're thinking 6. Bell outside the pocket, down the sideline. Tough completion, incomplete.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, Bell is a fantastic quarterback in his own right. You know, he's a show in himself, but Purcell is stealing the show today.
Right.
So Bell is going to Ball State.
You know why?
Why?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because he's a baller.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
His favorite team is St. Louis. You know why?
Oh, no. I don't know why.
Because his alma mater will be the Cardinals. 3rd 10. Bell outside the pocket. Completed, but the pursuit is there. He's going to be a couple of yards short.
Tough call, though. You're 4th down in your own territory. If you can't get 3 yards, you got to, you turn the ball over. And you don't want to turn the ball over for sure, but if you punt, you're also turning the ball over. So the question is, where do you want to turn the ball over? At your own 27-yard line or, at midfield? Go for it.
I would go for it for 2 reasons. Number 1, you got to put points on the board. Number 2, I think this would put a fire up the butts of some of these defensive linemen for Naperville North. Look, I don't trust you guys right now to punt it back to Purcell. I'm going for it, and maybe that'll ignite this Naperville North defense to get some pressure up front.
Yeah, I hear you, but I would never go for it on 4th and 3 at your own. You're only down 2 scores. It's
Belichick did it.
Early, well, okay. And it's still early enough in the 3rd quarter. Well, yeah, that's a.
I'm not saying that Belichick was right in doing it. I'm just saying Belichick did it.
Right. Now, here comes a punting unit. I think that's the wise move to make. But, if you don't stop, Maine South this next drive, 3 scores down. And I like what Maine South is doing, too. They keep kicking the 1 point. They don't go for the 2 to try to make it an even 7. So I feel like they're confident they can continue to keep scoring. They don't have to worry about getting beat by 1.
How do you keep playing if you're Naperville North on the defensive line? Their confidence has to be shattered right now.
Well, that's the adjustments. I wanted to see what they would do. And they did blitz last time, and that didn't work.
Not a great punt. They'll return it. No blockers in front. It's 1 on 11, but he does get positive yardage. Spins towards the 35. I mean, this is a cup of coffee right now for Purcell. He can get this touchdown in 2 completions.
Well, that was actually a terrific return. He started all the way on the right. Now, I'm not a fan usually of going sideways on punt returns or kick returns. You run 20 yards, you gain 1. But I like what the blocking did. I think we just sent a T-shirt flying from the booth above us. It sounded like a little cannon shot, and what we found is a T-shirt landed in the track somewhere.
Maybe it was aimed towards Purcell. They'll be like, we got 20 more T-shirts for you if you stop throwing touchdown passes. Maybe a little bribe from upstairs.
That T-shirt was incomplete, though. It landed on the ground.
Bell threw it.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I'm just joking. He's had a very nice game, by the way. 1st and 10 at 35. Purcell, what a play. Quarterback slide, a couple yards short.
Yeah, but a quarterback slide when you're already being grabbed by the defender doesn't count. I'm a little surprised they're letting him run. I just think I would treat him a little bit more like a golden arm kind of a guy. And there goes another T-shirt flying. I like that.
Trying to keep the fans in it.
Well, you got T-shirts flying, you got cheerleaders, pom-pom girls. I mean, you've got it all here on Saturday Night Lights.
One more touchdown would probably do it.
And they're close to that.
Tons of time for Purcell. Bad pass. Oh, North really need that interception. They didn't get it.
Yeah, he got shaken up on the play, but that pass went more toward the middle. And I think on that one he had to go back more behind him. That was definitely.
So he is human after all. He is.
Oh, it's the first human throw he's had. Good point.
He almost threw an interception in the first quarter, but other than that, it's been pretty much perfect.
Yeah, he threw into those tight windows a couple times.
3rd and 2, Purcell, the option play. 1st and 10 and more coming up for the Hawks.
Option play to the near side. Looks like he's going to get the first down.
Delamo's back in the game. He's fighting through it. Field goal would make it 2 touchdowns and a two-point conversion lead.
Yeah, this gets you to that 3-score territory. So, depending on how close they got it, get to the end zone, and the coach knows exactly what the range of the field goal kicker is.
Right now, 1st and 10 at the 23. Naperville North is not even close to stopping Purcell. Tons of time. Purcell will run with it. Past the 20, and he'll do the quarterback slide right at the 20. See where they spot it.
Now, I'm wondering if there's, I'm just throwing this out there, perhaps a little loss of confidence in Purcell with the lead. Don't want to make a mistake, right? Use your legs, move the chains as opposed to throw something up that can be intercepted. Probably a very mature sophomore quarterback here.
Couple of runs, maybe that forces the middle linebacker to cheat up, to think he's going to run with it more, and then you throw it behind him for the touchdown pass.
Right, and the fans are getting restless here, but this is only a 2nd down play.
2nd and 7. Ball at the 20. The clock and the score in favor of the Hawks.
There's no defenders on the right side. There's 3 receivers and 1 defender. I'd be licking my chops.
He's looking that way. Completed. Great job on the hesitation move.
Yeah, I don't understand that defensive adjustment. They got to try something.
Nobody touched him. Touchdown pass.
What?
He wasn't down.
Well, this is something we're just going to have to replay and look at later. I would have thought he was down. I don't know what happened.
They are not talking it over as of now. What a backbreaker against the Huskies.
Yeah, not down.
Now they start to talk it over. This is a huge call. I mean, granted, the way Purcell's playing, they're probably going to score the touchdown 2 plays later anyways, but
yeah, we can't see replay ourselves here, unfortunately, but you can at home when you back up the video. They are talking about it. I got to believe he was down.
You have to go to your grave knowing that his knee was not down if you're going to stick with that call. If you're trying to get help on the play, you got 4 refs. If 3 say, I think he was down, you got to change the call here.
Well, and then what we didn't hear is we don't know when the whistle blew, if it blew.
Well, I didn't hear a whistle, so it is possible he wasn't down.
Well, we're pretty far away. They're saying touchdown. Wow. That also gets rough, too. If you tackle him too hard when he's giving himself up, then you get a 15-yard penalty. But if you don't tackle him and his knee wasn't down, he runs in for a touchdown like that. Well, anyway, it is a touchdown, and now it's a 3-score game, and that's kind of Naperville North's worst nightmare here.
Only positive, it didn't waste more time off the clock. At least there's 4:38 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Boy, you found a silver lining, didn't you?
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Because everything that Purcell throws is completed.
Isn't it something?
Now they're contemplating going for 2.
I think the Naperville North coach is having a fit there with the officials. I mean, rightly so. Yeah, there's our camera guy looking at this. There we go.
But you brought up a good point, Bob. You did not hear a whistle.
Or did we? I mean, we're way far away from it.
Usually you hear it around the stadium.
I like this conversation. Give credit to the referee for listening to the conversation as well. What I don't like are referees that make a call and walk away or run away from the coach. I think you got to face the music a little bit when you make a call this controversial.
Too much on the rocket launcher for the T-shirts. It goes to an apartment complex behind. So the person that wakes up in the morning to get their morning paper, they get a morning paper and a free T-shirt. A lot of boos from the Naperville North faithful, but when I think about it, I think he might not have been down. To the end zone. Conversion. Are you kidding me? Even the conversion's good. incredible.
They finally ran the 2-point conversion.
42-21. We'll take a quick break. It's all Hawks tonight here on NFHS Network. That one stings if you're a Naperville North fan. 42-21. It's do or die time for the Huskies. They've had an excellent season, partner, but they've run into a buzzsaw in Jamison Purcell.
Right, and a lot of teams, especially the ones that are going to play Maine South, are going to take a look at this tape a long time.
He was unfazed. 3rd and 12 at the 2-yard line. 20-yard completion.
And when he does get blitzed, he knows how to use the hot receiver to, and now you got nobody to tackle him. So just a fantastic game plan against a really good team. And this is what happens in football like this. You play one game, winner moves on, and the loser doesn't. And they scored, finally, they went for 2 on the touchdown. So now if Naperville North wants to win, it's not just the 3 touchdowns and 3 extra points. If I'm Naperville North and can get that 3rd touchdown, I think I would go for 2.
You're going to have to do an onside kick if you score a touchdown if you're the Huskies.
Yeah, maybe, and of course the odds of getting an onside kick aren't good, and then you give up another short field touchdown.
Got no choice. Your defense can't stop a nosebleed right now.
Well, undaunted, Naperville North still moving the ball on offense.
Offense really hasn't been the problem. It's been the defense.
Right, 21 points through, well, approximately almost the 3rd quarter.
Not only is Maine South scoring, but they're going right down the field and taking clock with them.
And open receiver after open receiver.
It's not like it's tight windows in the second half.
No, it hasn't been. First half, yes, some, but not this half.
No pressure up front.
Well, no pressure this time either.
Bell will run with it. Now he'll throw, open receiver, and he gets it to Morris.
That's one of those plays, it's all Bell, right? All right, there was only 3 rushers, so he has time, right? That play wouldn't be completed without the play getting extended like that.
Look, the fans have not left. They are loyal, and they are here to support their Huskies. And they're hoping kind of for a miracle right now. Petaway breaks off a tackle, still on his feet. Down the sideline, and he gets a 1st down.
Yeah, I feel like if that tackle was made on the sidelines, on this side, there'll be a lot of players saying throw that flag.
Look, if you're the Huskies on offense, you can't be thinking about the score right now. You just got to think we need 6 to stay alive. Our season's on the line right here, right now.
Well, and they do have a good offense.
Good completion.
But I like that they're going to the hurry-up offense here, too. So they're going to force us in. It's as if it's not already, but they're going to force us to be a shootout. We're going to score. You're going to have to keep scoring to beat us. Good move to go to the hurry-up offense.
Finian Brettag on that completion. Here comes the pressure to the end zone. Dove for it, just a little bit out of his reach. Trying to get it to Morris.
That was perfect defense on it, though. If the receiver's going to catch the ball, he's going to have to go right around him to get it, and there wasn't going to be a straight line path to get there from here. I like that they threw it into the end zone. Naperville North is not done here, that's for sure.
2nd and 10 at the opponent's 31. Got to score, and you got to score pretty quickly.
Oh.
But that's not going to help you score. That's a big man tackling you up front.
I like that tackle. Bury your shoulder pads in the other guy's chest and drive him back.
Sometimes a running back runs over a linebacker, and then sometimes that happens. Nicholas Hatchigan said, enough is enough. You're not going anywhere.
Why don't you keep passing the ball, guys, right?
3rd and 10 at 31.
Or at least don't run my way.
You'd like to see a sense of urgency from Naperville North. Not only do they have to score, but they got to score quickly. He's got time down the middle. Thomas inside the 5. Touchdown pass. Chico Thomas, their money receiver in the second half.
A deep slant after a fake pitch to the left, wide open. I was thinking to myself as the play was unfolding, he's open, throw it to him. Oh no, you're pitching it, what are you doing? And then he threw it to him.
Well, they got the touchdown. Will we see the onside kick coming up?
Well, how much time is left, right? 3:14 in the third. I'm going to say they'll kick it deep.
You know, I don't think that we have seen a non-third down conversion since the first quarter from the Hawks. That kick straight through the uprights. 4 of 4 on the PATs. We'll take a break. It's 42-28 here on the NFHS Network. Well, Naperville North got the touchdown they needed. They split the kickoff coverage. Will they do an onside kick here?
Well, it looks like Maine South is kind of expecting it. They've got 5 people up short, but I think it'll be a long kick. But Maine South is not out of the woods yet.
They got to have all the confidence in the world in their quarterback, though.
Well, they do, but it is a 2-score lead. So, you know, even though he's played a great game, you throw an interception, Naperville North scores, they get another score and a 2-point conversion, and this great game has gone to waste for Maine South. So it's still anybody's game. Even with a 2-score lead, you're still late in the third quarter, but that's plenty of time. And both offenses show that they can score fast.
You know, we talk
hoping for a mistake from Purcell. But he just isn't making any.
We talked about the 312 passing yards in the first half. His longest completion was a 26-yarder, so it's not like he has a 70-yarder in addition to the 312 passing yards. Every drive, methodical. Purcell, this time a handoff. Short gain.
Yeah, see, I'm not sure that's what I want to see from Maine South. Because what you're doing is, if you let them pass, you've got 3 passes to get a first down. But if you run, usually it's for, whatever it is, 3, 4, 5, even 7 yards or something. But now you've only got 2 passes to get that first down. I think I'd continue to just stay on Purcell's arm.
Is his arm going to get tired? He had 33 passes in the first half. Completed again.
Well, that run did shorten the sticks a little bit, so it only had to be a 7-yard pass to get past the first down marker. Now the clock is, it's a first down. It stops momentarily, but the clock is running, chain's moving. Still your ball ahead by 2 scores. But I think you're going to have to salt this game away with passing.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 31.
And they're keeping it back in. Again, I'm presuming for blocking.
Now it's spotted at the 36. Handoff to the right, DeLumo. Still on his feet. DeLumo finally brought down in the open field, but not before he gets past the 45-yard line.
I guess I missed my prediction on that blocking back.
We talk about how many passes lead to a win, how many passes are you in dangerous territory of losing. But when you got a quarterback like Purcell, everything is working right now. You think about, well, you can't pass it 50 or 60 times. That's not a recipe for success. But the running game hasn't really worked outside of that run by DeLumo.
Well, and that move to change, still with the ball in the lead, midfield.
At the 42, down the field, he's got a man beat, but overthrown by Purcell.
Now, the reason that happened was there was a blitz, right? And so Purcell let the ball go maybe a little bit earlier than he wanted to, and he wanted to make sure that wasn't going to be picked off either. Now it was a beautiful spiral downfield, but just out of the reach of the receiver. So the blitz worked there. They caused an incompletion.
Problem is you got to do it 2 or 3 more times.
Right. Well, I would think they would, but, man, he knows how to hit that hot receiver. And so far, the back sprints one side or the other, and then the blitz gets behind the line, and he's wide open, nobody to tackle him. But again, 5 receivers.
Purcell with time. Gets it to the flat to DeLomo. DeLomo, hesitation move. Fights for more yardage inside the 35.
He actually, you could see him go through the progression. He was looking to the right side, then down the middle, and then he knew that the outlet back was right there. He found him a couple yards, third down. Now it's third and short-ish. It's fun to watch this quarterback.
Well, if you're a Maine South fan or a broadcaster, not so much if you're a Naperville North fan.
Which most of the people are here.
He might become enemy number 1 in downtown Naperville come Sunday morning.
It's electrifying.
3rd and 3, probably going to be a pass, one would think.
I'd like to see tighter coverage on defense. Now that's
backwards. DeLomo is behind him. He got it.
That's that pass you got to be really careful with. Okay, if it's behind him, and he did throw it behind him, so I'm going to say it was a backward pass, and we're right here at the 40-yard line, so we can kind of give it a pretty good view. But let's assume it was backwards. That was a nice catch. If he doesn't catch that, that's a fumble.
If you're just joining us, it's been the Jamison Purcell Show. Over 400 passing yards tonight. Jacob Bell, pretty decent, but not nearly as good as Jamison Purcell.
Well, very good, but you're held up to a high standard here. The receivers are already ready to go. Yeah, I said I'd like to see tighter coverage on these guys. Again, the coverage is just too loose for me.
Purcell, 4 wide receivers, 1 in the backfield. Fakes the option, up the middle. Hasn't thrown a pick, hasn't fumbled the ball, has protected the ball, and has just lit up the opposing defense.
And I don't want him tackled. So, again, I'm a little surprised they let him run up the middle here. I think I would find a way for him to get the ball to somebody else on that. Whatever, pitch left, pitch right.
We will take a break. 4th quarter coming up next. It is 42-28 in favor of the Hawks here on the NFHS Network. He's a big boy. He's 6'2", 185.
We're back.
2nd and 3 at the 23-yard line.
Well, like I said, they're not out of the woods yet. They're up 2 scores, but with the ball, ready to score again.
Short yardage. He's going to be just short of that first down.
Yeah, but now 4th down. Yeah, the Maine South running game has not been consistent. So this is a big, big stop. Now, we talked about, big stops during the game, 3rd down and something, whatever the score is. Here, we're talking 3rd down 3, up 2 scores. If they kick a field goal, in other words, you don't get the first down, you kick the field goal, you're back up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter. But I'm thinking you go for it, and I would roll out left twice. And again, the coverage, I think, needs to be tighter. Go man. You just got to do that.
Purcell rolling to his left. Completed again. Lifted up in the air, but not before he gets a huge first down for his Hawk teammates. The Naughton from Purcell Connection has been lethal tonight.
And that was a perfect pass. Again, not exactly a large window to throw into, and he threw it perfectly. Nicely caught and got the first down, more clock.
Any kind of score puts the Huskies in almost an unwinnable position.
Yeah, right now with 2 scores, it's, comebackable, right? You get 7 points, then you get 8 and you win the game. 3 scores, not so easy.
They can't stop Purcell, though. This most likely will be a touchdown. To the end zone, he beat his man. Was it under control? Touchdown pass.
He appeared to bobble it at first, that's why we're wondering, but nice catch.
Jacob Fattel and a young lady might be warming up her vocal cords.
Oh no.
That's a blown coverage, partner. Great pass, but I could have completed that pass.
It was a great pass into the corner of the end zone. This diving catch. Probably bobbled it a little bit before he got it. Just beautiful play. But that's now a 3-score lead, up to the magic 49 points here. Well, if there was a concession stand on that side, if it would have hit it, bounced off the roof and landed in the parking lot if there was a parking lot there. So 3 scores.
49-28. We'll stick with the action.
Well, Naperville North, they've proven that they can score quickly, and that's what they're going to need to do here. Bella's going to have to prove himself for Ball State, go down the field, get another 80-yard drive, pull it back within 2 scores, and you still have to hope somehow, some way, Purcell makes some kind of mistake, or the Maine South coaching staff makes some kind of mistake and a couple too many runs, and they have to punt. Then you get the ball back, kick it onside, and that's a lot of wishful thinking.
Yeah, I was surprised they didn't do the onside kick when they made it 42-28.
Well, clearly you were, and they only had I thought they looked like they were expecting it, but no matter how you slice it, there was only 5 guys on that 50-yard line. So if you're going to kick it onside, that was ripe for the time. Now, it won't be onside here.
We don't think. Pretty darn aggressive to do an onside kick when you're up 3 scores. Nice kick. Gets it inside the 5. And he fumbled it, but Naperville North got it back. It was fumbled by Griffin Jurjovic and Samuel Kamsa on the return. Gut check time for the Huskies. Got to score really quickly, and then the dreaded onside kick to keep this one alive.
Yeah, a little too dramatic, though. If that fumble goes the other way, down 3 scores, and they've got the ball, wow. Here you're down 3 scores, and if you can score 1, you're down 2.
Can't blame the offense. You score 28 points, usually you're going to win the football game.
Right.
It was defense optional for Naperville North tonight.
Well, and you can't, I can't sit here and say Naperville North didn't play good defense. What I can say is Purcell just picked them apart.
The rush defense was great for Naperville North. The pass defense was meh.
Well, that's what you want to do. You want to turn a team into a one-dimensional team. They did that, but boy, that one dimension was...
They picked the wrong quarterback to make one-dimensional.
Right. I do think that they should have been playing more man-to-man up tight with the receivers.
Reminds me of that playoff game where Kurt Warner outdueled Aaron Rodgers and he threw more touchdown passes and incompletions. Dropped. That's been a problem for Naperville North today, the dropsies.
Yeah, that was right through his hands. Well, it's colder, right? So the ball's a little harder, maybe a little bit slicker.
Excuses,
goes right through your
excuses. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, right?
Wait, he needed more spider tack?
Well, what do you say if nuts and butts were coconuts, I'd have a Merry Christmas?
Oh, boy.
3rd and 4 at 27. That's one of the greatest things I've ever heard. 3rd and 4, they complete it. The time it's to Morris. Took a shot, though. You got to get the ball downfield. You got to score quickly. Scoring in 4 minutes is not going to help you here.
Well, but, you got to also take what the defense gives you, and you got to, take the open receiver when you get it, or the open running back.
Yeah, I'm surprised by this, but at least you got to keep the defense honest.
Yeah, I am surprised as well. I think I would just keep it in the air. I mean, you've got a great quarterback on your own right. Let him win or not win the game.
2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6 at their own 40.
The plays are happening fast here. No huddle. The PA announcer sounds like his own play-by-play guy.
Bell with time.
And a lot of space.
No one open. It's going to force it.
That
should be pass interference.
Throw the flag out.
And they're not going to call it. Are you kidding me?
He's got that flag in his hand and chooses not to call it.
Look, Naperville North is going to lose this game, but that is incredibly bad by the back judge.
I have never seen a referee pull the flag out like that, almost like waving it, and I'm not going to throw it. That was clearly interference in my book. And then he chose not to throw it. I wonder why he didn't throw it.
The hands were all over him.
Hey, I don't get it.
It doesn't really affect the drive like it does in the NFL because it's only a 15-yard gain instead of a spot foul.
Yeah, we have to take solace in that, right? Yeah, I agree.
So it really wouldn't help Naperville North that much, but at least it would help them somewhat. Incomplete. I wonder if they're just hurting and demoralized from that no pass interference call.
Well, you may have a point, and if that's the case, the coach needs to try to figure that out and call a timeout to get the heads in it, because right now, if they don't keep the ball here, down 3 scores and giving the ball up at midfield, that's not going to work. But that was a demoralizing play. But, you know, you're not losing by 1 touchdown here.
Right, you're still down 3 scores.
Yeah.
You can't stop Purcell. That's why you're down 3 scores.
Right, but it is 4th down and didn't give them a break to get their heads back in it.
Line drive pass, they get the first.
To Naperville North's credit, they did get the first. Now they had a little time between that non-call.
The problem of not calling the pass interference is Naperville North had to run 2 more plays that they wouldn't have had to run.
Right.
But you give up 49 points. Really, you don't deserve to win a lot of football games when you give up 49 points.
Well, you don't feel like they've lost yet. Nor do they. Here we go.
That's got to be a flag. Thank you. If that's not pass interference, I don't know what is.
Well, that clearly was. They got 2 flags on this one. Now, what I'd like to know, I was actually watching the quarterback, not the receiver, but I'm there. You know, did he run into the defender that caused the pass interference? I mean, that was a major tackle at the 35-yard line. That ball was not going to be completed.
Right. It's a good argument. Was it actually holding or pass interference?
Well, yeah. Of course, either penalty comes at the line of scrimmage, not the spot foul.
Holding's a 10-yard call, and pass interference is 15 at the high school level. In fact, in college, it's only 15 yards for pass interference. Only the NFL is it a spot foul.
And that was not catchable either.
Right. So might have been holding instead of pass interference. Nice ball.
If he catches that, what a great diving grab.
Yeah. KJ Morris, he'll probably be playing on Saturdays.
Yeah, what a great catch. So it looked like, I mean, we've got the bench in the way, but it looked like both feet were in. He caught the ball over his shoulder while he's falling out of bounds. This is a fantastic catch.
Down in front, we need to see the sideline.
And he is playing Saturday. Oh, no. Break through time. No, here again, ball made a perfect catch.
Giselle Bundchen once said after the Super Bowl when the Patriots lost, what do you have to do? Does my husband have to catch the ball too?
Oh, no, I remember that. That was not the right thing to say.
No, especially because the wide receiver she said it about was an excellent wide receiver.
Yeah, that was not the right thing to say.
Now, she didn't mean it. She just meant that the wide receivers were struggling.
She should not text that out or tweet that out.
She had a couple of adult beverages that night. That's kind of why she said it. Second and 10.
There's a 5-yard penalty.
There's a penalty on the play. Encroachment, Hawks. Brings the ball up 5 yards.
Problem is, it would have been a free play for Naperville North, but whatever.
Well, they call it dead here, right? But they are moving, and sure, it's taking a little bit of time to get downfield, but the first goal is you got to get the ball in the end zone.
Bell, quick pass, good blocking. And he gets near the chain. Chico Thomas had a heck of a game. He had that 30-yard completion to set up the 1-yard run that he scored later. Running off a lot of clock, but I think Naperville North is in onside kick mode anyways.
Oh, I think at this point, absolutely. But they got to do that twice. But you got to score first, and that's what they're making sure they're doing. And they are taking what Maine South is giving them. I mean, Maine South's not exactly in the prevent defense, but they're saying don't throw deep on us.
At the 15-yard line, nice drive by Bell. Bell, here comes the pressure. He can't get out of it. More time goes off the clock. You got to be careful about that, partner. Sometimes a ref might call taunting against a defensive player when he does that.
Yeah, I hope that those kinds of flags don't come out.
We have seen it before, though.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, taunting is taunting, right? And it can't be done. But maybe if it's minor taunt, or if it's just you're cheering for yourself in a way that's not a taunt. Don't
He was
interpret
pointing at his own bench. If he had pointed at the Naperville North bench or at the player, then they probably would have thrown the flag for taunting.
Yeah, I don't know. That's strong, but yeah, don't call it a taunting flag now.
Bell with time to the end zone.
Perfect.
Touchdown pass. How about that, partner? Petaway drops it when it's right in stride. That was behind him, and he caught it for the touchdown pass.
Well, and no defender was around him either, so he didn't have to have alligator arms on it. But, the difference on that was that ball was over his head. Down the first one earlier they dropped, that was lower by the knees. Anyway, this is it's still a 2-score game. It's not over, and we are watching an absolute dandy of a game.
Offensively.
Yes, offensively.
Defense optional.
Isn't that what America always wants? Lots of points scored.
Yeah. Nobody likes 12 to 10 games anymore. Kick is up.
Oh, I think this is going to be one hopper into the concession booth.
Straight through the uprights. We're going to take a quick break, pay some bills. You're watching the NFHS Network. To 35, Maine South ready for the onside kick.
Yeah, they have 5 in the first line of defense, 3 right behind it.
It's a chip kick.
Just call fair catch.
Or just let it go out of bounds, and that's
that works too.
Kind of surprising. I thought they would try to do a 2-hop onside kick. They just do the chip kick, and they were hoping to have speed on the outside to catch it in the air.
Well, and when you put it in the air, you run the risk of a fair catch, and that makes the play go dead. I would always kick it on the ground somehow, some kind of a squib kick, or kick a line drive right at somebody in the front, and if you get lucky and it bounces off a shoulder pad or something, you can get the recovery. But, okay, it didn't work. Now Maine South has the ball almost at midfield.
That's the thing about the onside kick. There is no such thing as a perfect onside kick. All you're trying to do is the opposite team has to make a mistake. You're hoping for a hop where somebody doesn't catch the ball.
Yeah, true. And they've gotten sophisticated, too, where the first guys, their job is to block everybody who might receive the kick. They forgot the T out there. Now we can get started.
Jamison Purcell on track for 600 yards.
That would be fun if you're like a Huskies team or a Bulldog team or something like that. Train a dog to go get that tee.
They do it in minor league stadiums. They bring water to the umpires. Delamo still on his feet. Kind of the difference between both teams' offenses. When Maine South has a running play, they gain 5 yards. When it's Naperville North, it's 1 or 2 yards. When it's a passing play for Maine South, it's always 20 yards. For Naperville North, it seems like things are a little bit more difficult offensively than for Maine South.
Well, they kept that on the ground, still gained 7 yards. It was a good tackle. It looked like he was going to get that first down.
Another first down, and North's going to have to start burning timeouts.
Well, let's see. We got 8:02.
Try to draw him offside. This would be one heck of a comeback if North were to score 2 more touchdowns to force overtime.
Right, well, it could happen, right? You get the turnover here. Bell is a good quarterback, get a touchdown, get an onside kick and another one.
Handoff to Delamo. And not a late hit because they did not stop forward progress yet. And North will call its first timeout of the half. So.
Yeah, I don't want to get into changing football rules, but I've always been not happy with those pileups like that, and then the whistles blow, and then they keep blowing, and then the defense pushes the running back, and then lands right on top of them. I'm like, well, you know, if you can't land on a quarterback like that anymore, why are you allowed to land on a running back like that
Well, usually
anymore?
once the whistle blows and you don't let go, you're supposed to throw the flag for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, but nobody throws that flag, and the running backs get thrown back so far, and in that case, landed on with 2 heavy bodies.
I guess just to play devil's advocate, you know how sometimes on the stiff arms, running backs will grab the face mask, and they don't always call offensive face mask?
Right. I'm amazed at that as well. Offensive runners are allowed to face mask the defensive tackler, but not the other way around. Even if you just graze your hand across the face mask, you get a 15-yard penalty.
So I guess if you're going to do you gotta let go of the running back right away thing, you got to get rid of the offensive face mask thing.
Well, and the way to do it would be throw the flag. Anyway, 3rd and short. So a conversion here, more clock runs. Otherwise, I think you'd have to punt. But, you know, at midfield, it might be more valuable to use 2 downs and get that first down than to punt and push Naperville North back. You're so successful on offense, you want to keep the ball. You don't want Naperville to get 2 consecutive drives to get back in the game and tie it and maybe do a 2-point conversion. So holding on to the ball is paramount here. Don't pass it, run for it. They passed it.
Up in the air. Finally, they get a third down stop. Would you be overly aggressive here if you're Maine South, or do you want to be conservative and punt it back to Naperville North?
Yeah, either way. Yeah, tough call. If you go for it here and don't make it, Naperville North, a high-powered offense, can score quicker and then get the onside kick. Now, they are punting.
Yeah,
so
I agree with this.
Yeah, right. And then if you punt it, at least if Naperville North scores, it's going to take longer, but you're still going to have enough time for 2 drives if you get the onside kick.
Led by head coach David and Sarah, they're going to punt.
Yeah, if you make the first down, though, lots of clock would get eaten up and you might score.
And they've converted on pretty much every 4th down and 3rd down tonight. They were 5 of 7 in the first half on 3rd down, 1 of 1 on 4th. High arching kick, good hang time. Takes a very friendly Maine South roll. He's going to play with it. Runs upfield. Oh my goodness, that was dangerous, but he found a way to get upfield with it.
What was interesting is Maine South player was shielding him away from it, like boxing out of play in basketball. He just ran right around it and got it.
Look,
so
when
he picked up about, 15 yards on that?
When you're down by 14 points and your defense has had trouble getting off the field, I guess you find a way to sneak 20 yards past the opposition.
Well, and the message to Maine South is, hey, you've got a desperate and talented Naperville North team that can still come back. They're only down 2 scores. And if that second score you run it in for 2, you end up, wasting a golden gem of a game.
Would like to score in less than 3 minutes, but you'll take the 6 however you get it. Time for Bell. Here comes the pressure, thrown to the turf.
That was a very good choice of words, thrown to the turf. That's exactly what happened.
Sacked by Matthew Schledenhart. That's definitely not a Matthew Smith name. That's Matthew Schledenhart. 2nd and 12.
Sounds like you're dusting off your German or something.
A little bit. Oh, no.
Oh, another drop.
They ran out of super glue, I guess, on the gloves.
Yeah, but at least when you're dropping that ball, it's not like you dropped it for a first down. It didn't look like he was going to catch it and run for 13 more yards, and maybe 5 or 6. And, of course, having the distance, that's good, right? But it's not like he dropped a first down pass here. But 3rd and 13 in your own territory, now you start thinking, okay, is it 2-down territory? Absolutely, even though you're in your own end zone, which makes this one of those very, very big plays of the game.
All right, here we go, 3rd and 12. Ball at the 29. Bell to the sideline. Completed. 1st and 10 and more. Forced out. Past midfield. Tried to get the pick. Didn't get it, and he paid for it.
Yeah, I think you got to safely tackle them from behind again and not to go into a prevent defense, which you cannot let a quick score happen, because if you do, then you don't have to worry about the onside kick anymore. They could kick it deep and, anything can happen at that point. This game is not over.
I think because they can't stop Purcell, they're going to have to do an onside kick regardless.
Well, there'll be less time in the game if the score happens later.
Yeah. Nice completion that time to Morris.
So there's really plenty of time here. 6.5 minutes. Bell is so good at getting quick scores. This is probably going to be a one-touchdown game very soon. The question is going to be then, what will Maine South do with the ball? But Purcell is cool as a cucumber, so we're going to see what happens when he does get it. What an entertaining game. One of the best football games ever. This goes into the, instant classic.
Time for Bell.
A late blitz.
Looks downfield. He's got a man to the end zone. Put away. Touchdown. Are you kidding me, Bob? 49-42 with 6:22 to go.
Well, it's not 42 yet. You could go for two. Now, analytics, this gets, interesting. Analytics, you go for two now.
The one thing that Maine South couldn't give up, and they gave up the deep ball.
They sure did, and a precision pass.
The extra point is good. 49-42. We're going to take a break here on the NFHS Network.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
Well, here we go, partner. 49-42. We thought the game was over.
No. We never thought it was over. We kept saying it's not over. But here's the thing, though. If you kick it onside, you give them a short field, and then a field goal wins the game for them. If you kick it deep, you could get the ball back with just one score behind. I'd go deep with it.
That's what they're going to do.
Yep. Now you're forcing this young quarterback to eat up a lot of clock, 6.5 minutes, or score. Now, I think Maine South is going to stay aggressive and continue to go downfield trying to score a touchdown rather than using up a couple of first downs on the ground. We'll see what they do, but that's how I would play it. Stay aggressive, continue to pass. Purcell hasn't made mistakes yet, but that's what Maine South needs. They need him badly to make a mistake. Interception.
Ball at the 20, 1st and 10.
And the crowd is alive.
Can Purcell do it again? Handoff. Delamo, flag on the play.
Going to be holding or personal foul.
Or maybe the official accidentally threw it. Like the one time she thought about throwing it and then decided against it.
The refs are talking about it. Holding, coming back. Uh-oh, that's a huge call. So with plenty of time to go in the game, now it's 1st and 20.
We talked about it, Bob. Purcell's been great, but when you have to throw the ball 60 times, that's asking a lot out of your pass protection. You're not balanced offensively tonight.
Well, no, they aren't, but that was a good running play there. But, we were saying earlier in Instant Classic, well, if it wasn't an Instant Classic, then it instantly became an Instant Classic.
Instantly became one. And we also have instant replay to show the plays. Purcell outside the pocket to his left. Purcell complete. Still on his feet as the scrum happens and then gains another yard. Man, did that hurt if you're a Naperville North fan. Are they saying a fumble on the play?
Well, 2nd and 5. I don't think there's a fumble, but now 2nd and 4. So I would expect Maine South to run on this, run wide again. It was a successful run last time. But again, I don't think the goal for Maine South is simply to move the chains and eat clock. I think they're going to try to move the ball downfield with passing, aggressive passing, and try to get another score. I think that's their goal here. And that needs to be their goal. But that run to the right worked last time to the long side of the field, to the wide side.
He'll keep it. Purcell past the first down marker, still on his feet, near the 35.
That was a good play. So they got the first down, changed their moving. They got 3 more downs here. 5.5 to go. Clock running.
That was the danger of kicking it back to the Hawks. This is what they can do.
Right. Well, yeah, but But if they had done this and they had the ball at the 50-yard line, they'd be in field goal range now.
Right. At least you'd have a chance to get the ball back, possibly to tie the score.
Yeah, that's true. That's the trade-off. A bunch of receivers on the left. We haven't seen too much of that.
High throw. And on the pursuit is Naperville North. Ball's loose.
No, I don't think so. The whistle blew.
Didn't really matter because actually Maine South would have gained yardage on the fumble recovery.
As it happens, they got the ball. But, man, if that ball ever gets on the ground, that's what you want, even if you don't recover it.
But they got what they wanted, and it's been Maine South's day all day. They actually almost gained yardage on the fumble recovery.
Yeah, right. Well, anyway, 2nd down 12. Timeout's called by Naperville North, so they're figuring this is the first down where they need to make their stand. So 4:36 to go. If they can get the turnover on this set of downs, they're going to get the ball at the 30 or the 40 with plenty of time to go downfield, and Bell has proven he can do exactly that.
Do you think his shoulder is tired at all? He's thrown it over 55 times tonight.
No, and it's probably not cold either, even though it's cold for us.
Right, adrenaline's pumping on. Usually they have, those heating stuff on the sideline to help heat the, sometimes the quarterbacks, how pitchers, they wear the thing on their shoulder.
Right.
Some quarterbacks like to do that to keep their shoulder nice and warm.
I like those big capes they wear.
The running backs wear those too.
Yeah.
I wore one and tried to call myself underdog, but my ex-wife didn't really like that. 2nd 11 at the 34. Who's your favorite superhero, by the way?
Do I have one of those?
Batman.
No, I don't think I have a superhero favorite.
Good talk, Bob. Good talk. 2nd 11 at the 34.
I think it would have to be Underdog.
Underdog's pretty great. Cute beagle with the custom-made cape.
All right. So we need Underdog to throw another 12-yarder for a first down.
Yeah. Superman Purcell, shotgun formation. Clean pocket for Purcell over the middle. What a throw.
Again, tight windows. He made the throw, got the first down. Now, Naperville North blew a timeout in that set. But I don't think it's about the time or the timeouts. It's Maine South is really going to try their hardest to get this into the end zone.
Or a field goal.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll. I guess they have to be really close and stopped on 4th down before they would let a kick happen. I think I'd keep it in Purcell's hands.
Or just try to keep running clock, and if you have to punt it, just do a pooch punt to try to pin him deep.
And the clock is moving. Yeah, but I don't think I want to give the ball back to Bell either. He's a terrific quarterback as well. Now there's the tight coverage.
Up the middle. Nice gain on first down.
Suddenly the Maine South running game is coming alive. The linemen must love it. But I do like the tight coverage on the receivers. I think they needed to do that early.
Reminds me of that Texas Tech Oklahoma game. Mahomes threw 7 touchdowns for the Red Raiders, but he still lost. Because you know why? Baker Mayfield threw 8 for Oklahoma.
I didn't see that game. That had to be a humdinger. I think you'd have to put an instant classic on that.
Yep, 2.
All right, 5 receivers again. So if they're going to run this, there's not a lot of upfront blocking.
2nd and 3. I think it's going to be a quarterback sneak with Purcell.
Or, quarterback draw, delayed run.
Just letting that clock bleed. Just an eternity for Purcell to throw. Picked off! Out of bounds! The one mistake that Purcell made And Naperville North is very much alive.
That was exactly what we were hoping for and talking about the whole game. The defense had to confuse them somehow, some way, goad them into kind of an interception. Now, I think on that particular play, it was underthrown. But remember when I was saying Maine South was going to go for the gusto. They're going to go for the goal. They wanted a touchdown.
Quincy Blaze with quite possibly a season-saving pick.
Now think ahead, though. When you're Naperville North and you scored, you go for two. Now there's only
Absolutely
3:05.
go for two.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying all along, right? There's only 3:05. You got a couple timeouts.
If you score quickly, I think you play for overtime. First things first, you got to score.
Keep them in bounds.
Morris.
Get your own fumble. That's a good way to do it, too. Second down, clock running.
How much of a break was it for North that they didn't call that fumble? Because Maine South would have gotten more yardage on the recovery.
Oh, right.
Became 2nd and 11 instead of 2nd and 7 or better.
Yeah, but I don't view that as a break. I view that as, hey, he was whistled down.
Well, one time he was whistled down, the other time he wasn't. Maine South scored a touchdown. Morris to the sideline. If you're just joining us, there was a play earlier in the game where South scored and North thought the guy was down and he wasn't.
Yeah, and right now, arguably, that's the difference in the game.
Right,
Although I think
is.
they would have scored anyway, but that is the difference in the game. Or you could argue the difference in the game, well, I'll just leave it with that one. I was thinking about that flea flicker because they were within a score because of that play.
A lot of times you score 42 points, you blow out the opponent. Not tonight. They need at least 49 to force overtime. At their own 39, Bell with time. Rolls to the right. He's got a man, and now they'll throw it away.
Oh. Threw that into the stands just about. Wise move. 2.5, 2nd and 10. He's got an arm, so if somebody gets open deep, he can hit him.
Problem is, do you want to score fast? I think you want to score with no time on the clock.
Oh, I think you just take the score any way you get it.
For sure. But the way that Purcell is playing, you'd like to score with under 36 seconds left if you can do it.
Of all the times for him to make that mistake, late in the fourth quarter, it finally happened, and that's what Naperville North needed.
That's what I asked you, though, Bob. When you throw it over 55 times, do you get tired as a quarterback? Maybe.
Well, he threw that against the wind.
Completed to Morris.
Clock running, that's important. You can't just let the sideline passes happen. You need that clock to run, but you can't leave the middle open either. If you blitz Bell, he's a good runner as well, so I don't know that that's effective.
I don't think North is worried about the clock either because clock stops briefly on a first anyway.
Well, there's an eternity with timeouts to go still.
Yeah, they only have one timeout left, but clock stops on a first.
They're rushing 5.
Cutaway, calls for it. Dropped it. Oh,
Another
no!
Drop.
Are you kidding me, Petaway?
That wasn't a good time to drop one.
Is there ever a good time to drop one? That was the worst time to drop one.
Very short yardage, 4th and something. So if you run blitz and you stop them, the thing is in high school, oftentimes you get close to that first down marker and they let you have the first down. Of course, this is a very crucial part in the game. Maybe we would see a measurement.
The ball game and the season for the Huskies.
I think they'll complete it.
Try to draw him offside. It was close. Tried again. Unsuccessful. Time for Bell. Pitch and catch. Successful. Late hit. I'll let you call it, Bob, but I'm not happy that there's no flag there.
Well, I'm not happy he made the late hit, but I am very glad there's not a flag, and not because I want one team or the other to win. I just want the game to be decided by the players on the field, not by the players off the field or by the referees.
But was he clearly out of bounds? So if he's clearly out of bounds, it's a late hit regardless.
Well, and they're moving that ball like 5 yards back, so he was out of bounds for a full 5 yards before he got hit. First down, though.
Only good thing about no flag, if you want to call it a good thing, Naperville North does not want to score quickly.
Oh, they want to score any way they can.
Right. Ideally, though, you'd like to score with under 30 seconds left.
So 1:40 and counting, 2nd and 4. And these short passes to the left are very effective. One of them could get broke for a long gain. They've got their own 4 receiver attack.
Bell with time. Bell. He'll run with it. To the sideline, he gets out of bounds.
And the first down. So when they score the touchdown, 1 point or two is going to be a lot. I think they'll go for 2.
Yeah, I just don't know if you can trust your defense to stop Purcell in overtime. And you've got the playmakers on the outside on a 2-point conversion attempt.
Boy, that interception changed everything.
You can't blame Purcell, though. He threw for over 450 yards tonight. Defense didn't do their job, at least not as of now.
Well, against Bell, it's hard to do.
Yeah, for sure. Bell, here comes the pressure. Can't take a sack. Trying to get out of it, he won't.
I like the blitz, though. It was a late safety blitz. Upset the play. I like the call.
North has no time. They have no choice but to call their last timeout.
All right, so the clock is going to run anytime the ball is in the field. So now they can play a little bit more defense on the edge, but you can't let anybody run wild down the field. And this is close enough to the end zone that Bell has the arm to get there. Not saying Hail Mary, I'm just saying he's got the arm strength to get it into the end zone for a 50-50 ball if he wants.
Still got plenty of time, 1:10.
Yeah, the scoreboard went down to 0. There we go.
Don't need to get it all on this play. You just like to get 7 yards back if you can.
Well, it is 2nd and long, but anything tackled in the middle of the field, you're going to have to hurry, hurry, hurry.
Yeah.
And another sack doesn't do any good either. So, another safety blitz wouldn't be a bad call. But you got to keep containment on the outside. And same thing, you also, the nose tackle, whoever you're using for that, you can't let Bell get past you either. Now, you could spy him with a linebacker, but then you're using up a defender. Again, it's just going to be interesting to see how Maine South attacks it. They are a good defensive team.
If you're Naperville North, if you get a first down, do you spike or do you run another play?
I think at this late in the game, I think you got, even a first down clock stops here in college. I mean, when the clock stops, usually you think you've got enough time to go ahead and run another play, but you might have to spike it here. There's not a lot of time. The clock is definitely a factor, 1:10.
2nd and 14 at the opponent's 38.
Quick
pass. Trying to get to the original line of scrimmage.
And here's the problem. That's exactly what they did. To the original time of scrimmage, but the ball is still in the field. The clock is still ticking. And you still have to make a first down. So if you force them to get a first down in the field.
Right. The offense would have 3 seconds before they have to run a play.
Quick pass. Driven out of bounds, though. That's not what you want. You got to tackle him the other direction. Yeah. Oh, they're saying the clock runs?
Yeah, they're saying that they tackled him before he could establish himself out of bounds. So here we go. Game's on the line. 4th and manageable. 35 seconds
I'm thinking,
left.
Watch out. Go for the end zone.
Now 26 seconds. 4th and 5. Bell rolls outside the pocket. Bell with it to the sideline. Knocked away. Maine South wins. An incredible game. An incredible finish. Naperville North was just 1 play short tonight.
And when did we think that was going to happen? When there was a 3-touchdown lead, right? What a fantastic game. Instant classic. You got to replay this 2 or 3 or 10 times.
Pass was deflected away by 88. Offense was fabulous for Naperville North today. Defense, not so much, and that's why they're going home early.
Well, and no telling how far Maine South can go into these playoffs. I mean, that's quite the offense, and they do have a good defense. And Naperville North is an excellent team that they just beat. I mean, who are they going to play that's actually better than Naperville North the rest of the way? This is a great game.
If they keep advancing eventually, they'd have to play Lincoln Way East, who is 9-0 going into the postseason. Now they're 10-0. Obviously, Loyola's in that bracket. Naperville Central, who is 8-1 coming into the postseason. Tough pill to swallow if you're a North fan. They lost in the first round last year, 23-8. Score 42 points, it just wasn't enough.
Interesting victory formation they got going there.
You're not going to take any chances.
Yeah, but I'm thinking under center is less chance than a shotgun snap. Anyway, it's over. What a fantastic game. We are honored to be part of this instant classic.
Probably the greatest game we've ever called.
I have to agree. And we've had some really humdinger games.
That St. Ignatius Prairie Ridge semifinal was pretty darn good too, but I think this one was better.
Well, your memory is too good, but what a game here. Wow.
Remember, that was the game where Tyler Vassy would return kicks and punts for Prairie Ridge, and they won by 1 point on a field goal?
Yeah, I actually don't remember it now, but look, this line is for the shaking hands is actually perfectly straight. Usually see it snake across the field somewhere.
What are you, a geometry major?
Yeah,
you
I
like
think
straight
so.
lines?
Right.
Well, that does it for our in-game broadcast. A big congratulations to Maine South and a big congratulations to Naperville North. They fought their hearts out. Just gave up too many points. You can't win games when you give up 49 points.
Well, I think what you should have is a committee here for the IHSA or something like that, and decide that both teams played well enough to win. They both advance.
They both get orange slices and juice boxes. We'll all sing Kumbaya and have s'mores after the game.
Yeah, maybe the losers should go into a wild card losers bracket or something. And Naperville North clearly deserves to win as well. It was just a great game.
Our player of the game brought to you by NFHS Network. Who else but Jamison Purcell?
I was going to say, maybe we should flip a coin between him and like 8 other players or something like that, right?
Yeah,
what a great game.
So we'll go down to the sidelines, try to get Jamison for our post-game wrap-up. You're watching the NFHS Network on NFHSnetwork.com.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. SBS offers live telecasts on Channel 59.3, YouTube, or Twitch. We include pre- and post-game interviews with the players.
You know, it started in the locker room. All the boys were getting going before the game and stuff, and we kind of found a little click at the beginning of the game, so I think that's what got us going.
We also include digital live statistics, play-by-play commentary, team highlight reels, and even more than that. Go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com or search Sports Broadcast Solutions on YouTube. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the post-game show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith, but my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense. And Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and a goal! So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics, and we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome to the post-game show, brought to you by NFHS Network. I'm Kyle Smith, along with the NFHS Network Play of the Game. Welcome to the post-game show, brought to you by NFHS Network. I'm Kyle Smith, along with the NFHS Network Play of the Game, Jamison Purcell. In the first half, threw for 312 passing yards, 50 passing attempts, as Maine South wins 49-42. At one point, you were up 49-28, and then Jacob Bell on the opposite side put on a show for the Naperville North home fans.
For sure. Yeah, we knew it was going to be a shootout. You know, coming out of second half, we were kind of slow. We know we needed to stop, and, you know, defense played a lot better, you know, second half. And, you know, our job as offense, we go out there scoring every drive. We knew it was going to be a shootout. Two great offenses, so I'm just proud of my guys that we won together as a team.
You're only a sophomore. Has it kicked in yet that you just beat one of the best teams in Class 8A?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we really prepared this week, you know, and we knew it was going to be a huge battle. And, you know, from the start of Barrington when I started first week and all the way through here, it's just been really great because, you know, my trainers and coaches have really prepared me, and I think that's the biggest thing. And we came together as a team, and, you know, we look forward to the next game next week. So
I got to know this. Are you a perfectionist at all? You had 9 incompletions on the sideline where you're like, man, why am I not perfect throwing the ball tonight?
Yeah, you know, I mean, any missed pass, you know, anything I mess up, I know I messed up. And, you know, I look at the film on the sideline and make adjustments. And I'm really like a self-critic guy, you know, like I give myself a hard time just because I know I can do better some of those situations. So, yeah, for sure.
Did the defense talk to you at all when they got that late deflection to ice the 49-42 victory?
Yeah, I mean, they were super excited. Everyone was excited. You know we needed one stop, and we got that, and great team win.
Final thoughts about the win as you get ready for the round of 32?
Yeah.
No, round of 16.
Yeah, I mean, we're all going to be riding home on buses, super excited, but, you know, starting tomorrow, you know, we come back into business and watch film and get ready for next week.
That's Jamison Purcell that does it for our post-game show. Appreciate everybody watching. We'll see you next time on the NFHS Network. Thank you very much.